Oh shit, I have to open the game. Oopsie. That's the part of the stream I don't want to do. Oh, it's this one. Okay. So, hello. Welcome to my stream. My name is Nero. I'm playing the Star Wars game. Knights of the Old Republic, whatever that means. Knights of the Old Republic. Why are we playing this? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Uh-oh, is the game too loud? Oh, it's not even showing because those intro they're by BioWare Corp. It's videos and it doesn't record videos. It doesn't capture videos, my bad. Here we go, now it should show. If I click on it, it will show. Please. Oop. Okay, first we need to make it quieter. This is a whole can of worms. This game doesn't work. This game doesn't work. Why are we playing it? Why am I like, oh, let's play it? That's bad. It doesn't work. At least it looks good, you know? It looks very good in higher resolution. But fuck. Okay, hold on. Quick Steam check. Hades 2 not on sale. Steam can be closed. Okay. Game should work now. Yes, here we go. But we have to alt tab again. Okay. What the hell is going on in that room? Anyway, is she okay? What is she doing? Whatever. Don't ask questions. Oh, we all tabbing. The game is gonna not show anymore. Oh, it's just gonna freeze on the screen. Okay, that's the best case scenario, honestly. Look how beautiful it looks in 1920 to 1080. Look at it. Wow. Wow. Unfortunately, because it looks so good, we cannot afford to have some other quality of life stuff. Like capturing videos inside the game. Like there's gonna be like an intro or a cutscene, and all of those are just not picked up by OBS unless we do it the way I don't want it to do it. So instead, the gaming solution is that I downloaded all the cutscenes in like a video file from IGN, and we're gonna look at it. Oh, and we're gonna look at it through here. And honestly, maybe I shouldn't play it with sound because the sound gets copyrighted. They really don't like the Star Wars music. Yeah, that's a disaster. This does not bode well. What was I thinking? Oh, and also one major issue that I found so far was the UI inside the game where you actually play in the game. It's not aligned correctly. So that is it. Anything else looks more or less good, unless there is some in like stats menus, the text is not aligning properly, which I have no idea how to fix. Also, the text is a bit small, but it's not too bad. It's not like a map game small text, but it's still pretty small and pretty uncomfortable. We're gonna have some problems with that. Yeah. So that is an intro about the game. I don't know why we started talking about the game. That was not the main issue. Today is the first day in like a week that is not 35 plus degrees Celsius, which means my electricity work today was the first day in like a week, or maybe even like 10 days or something, where my voltage was actually like 200 volts, which is really, really good. It's so good. It's so good. And obviously outside was also pretty cold and nice. I'm so glad I stopped being. I'm so glad I can stream again. It's like, oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. I just genuinely got so depressed because I couldn't do all my favorite things like working out and streaming. and even playing any games. I got into that new game that's called Fields of Mistria, and I've been playing it for 3 days, basically nonstop. Yeah. Hold on. There's also one more thing. I'm sorry. We need to go to Steam. Oh. Shh, shh. What is this lady playing? Dead by Daylight. Okay. We're going to Steam. We're going to settings. We're going to something. Content preferences? Blur sexual text. Unclick it. Your feedback. Oh, okay. Connections, notifications, security and privacy. Oh, here we go. It's in security and privacy. Making a screenshot. The screenshot is ready. Oops. Putting the screenshot here. This channel does not allow Amazon to train your chat messages to generative AI. Wow. Allow your channel content to train generative AI content to content. Wow. Models at Amazon. Turning this off does not opt you out of a Twitch and Amazon using your channel content for other purposes describing in Twitch privacy notice, including using AI-supported Twitch features that benefit the community by facing streamer growth and monetization, such as the real-time sponsorship campaign assistance. New discovery, such as recommendations. Oof. I don't want that. And community safety, such as automod. Wait, what about the other stuff that even if you click it and you go to another channel that unclick that still has it on, they will still use your comments to train AI. What about that? Is this gone? Oh, did I write it on Twitter? Yeah. Anyway, I recommend you unclick it if you have a channel. It's in settings, security and privacy, and it's in the very, very bottom, training for generative AI. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's nice that they let you unclick it, I guess. Gee, thanks, Amazon. Gee, thanks. Very sad. Anything else? No. I don't think so. Yeah. that's me. I'm Nero. We're playing the Star Wars game. Oh yeah. Oh, shut the fuck up. Don't talk like that. Be normal, Nero. What else? I am not a Star Wars fan. I don't like Star Wars mostly. I did rewatch the first two trilogies, and by first two, I rewatched first, second. Oh shit. I rewatched fourth, fifth, first, second, and third movies, and I never saw the prequel trilogy before, so I only fully watched it for these streams, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was really fun. At least it was, like, I don't know. It was trying. It was at least trying to say something. It's way better than the original. I don't know, except for the puppets. We like puppets. And I also, on this rewatch, I really didn't enjoy the original trilogy, and to the point that I didn't watch the third movie. Ooh. Yeah. That's it. That's all I know about Star Wars. Also, I've watched first hour of Rogue One, and then I forgot about it. And yeah. That's what happened. I love the ugly IGN logo behind me. Oh yeah, we're also playing. We're playing Kotor 1, Kotor 2, Kotor 3. There is no Kotor 3. And then we're playing Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, and Andromeda. Although I still forgot to buy Andromeda. I should do it. I should really do it. But I do have the, whatever it's called, the Legacy Edition. Let me look at it. Yeah, Legacy Edition. 110 gigabytes, Jesus Christ. 127 achievements. I'm mostly interested in Mass Effect than in KOTOR, although there's a character in Kotor 2, which was this old lady that people have a very polarizing opinion about. So that's what I'm interested in, to see where this is going. Yeah. 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 I have nothing else to say. There is nothing. There is nothing. Let's just play the game. But first, we need to watch the intro cutscene, or else it's not gonna be shown. It's not gonna be shown, and we're gonna get demonetized for using the music. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Jesus, sorry. We can pause. See, we can pause. It's so convenient to have it as a movie. It's actually really bad resolution, but whatever. Why didn't I download a better resolution? We don't know. I mean, it's gonna be upscaled. So, I don't know, who cares? 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. 4,000 years before? What? Wait. A long time ago. Oh, wait. Is the implication of Star Wars is that it's actually happened, but because of the constant wars, humanity killed each other? It's like Gundam. Okay, cool. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire. I have problems with that. The Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Ravan, has unleashed years? Why is it so fucking loud? It's so bad. The sound is so bad. No, that's the ship. That's the ship that we're on. Oh no. Whoop. Wait. Is this part of it? Do we have to watch this part too? I don't know. Let's boot the game and see. It's gonna be fine. Yo, the buffer? It doesn't display or something changes. Okay, what if I click new game? It doesn't display it. Come on. Oh, everything is frozen now. Good job. Again. Here we go. It doesn't display the game. It doesn't display the changes in the game. Come on, man. What do you mean the encoding doesn't? Come on. You can do it. Okay, what if I close this and I close Steam and I go here? What if we just don't move anything? It's the screen is black. The screen is black. Okay. Oh, it worked. No, it doesn't bode well. Okay, not gonna lie to you, I clicked while I was testing the game and tried to record the cutscenes. I clicked on every single option, and the best swimsuit that they wearing in the beginning is this class, therefore we're gonna go with this. A skillful rogue. Also, an explorer most at home. I watched all the movies. What does being a rogue mean? So, there are multiple characters in the universe that kind of have this style. What does it mean? Is this the same as the Mandalorian? Like, am I not supposed to know what this means? What, like, how is rogue different from like Han Solo type character, right? Question mark? Did I not pay attention? Maybe. Are those pants? Or are those like really... This looks weird and good, like really muscular legs. It looks like stockings too. Anyway, the swimsuit on this on Rogue looks the best, therefore we're going with the Rogue. Quick, see, it's not in the box. It's not in the box. Scoundrel. I'm so scoundrel. If you select this option, the character will use an optimized template. You will only have to choose your character's appearance to decide on a name. Ooh, custom character. Select this option to customize every aspect of your character. Choose attributes, skill, and feast. Do we care about this? Maybe? I never pressed this and actually went and see what it is, so let's go for it. Portrait. Honestly, I already know which lady I want to be. I'm gonna be a lady with Y2K lipstick. Which one is this? This lady. This lady has like Y2K lipstick. I thought it was awesome. Therefore, we're being her. This is a cool portrait. I don't know, just something about this lip combo. It's just, she's rocking it. Looking good. Joker. Okay, attributes. I don't know what it means. Uh-oh. The attributes of your character apply bonuses or penalties to everything from combo to skill checks to force power. Check each attribute to see what aspects of the gameplay it can affect. Strength measures physical power. High strength adds modifier to melee damage and chance to hit, which is important for characters that use close combat weapons. We are not doing that. Dexterity measures agility and reflexes. Dexterity add modifiers ranged attack rolls. We want that. We want to shoot. Constitution, health. Points gated each level up. This is important for everyone, but essential for soldiers and Jedi Guardians. Intelligence represents knowledge and reasoning, and high intelligence adds modifiers to the number of points a character has to spend on essential skills. Wisdom represents willpower and perception. High wisdom adds modifiers to Jedi force power. Are we all gonna be Jedi? I guess that's the point of the game, to be Jedi, to LARP as a Jedi, but... Wisdom, yep. Charisma represents personality and ability to lead. Force-related feasts and powers are very important. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. In this Coliseum, I just max out one trait and see where it's gonna get me, because it's like the funniest option is to be like super strong or super smart or super charismatic and everything just be low, right? At least it's the funniest option to roleplay. Constitution. Let's be moderately charismatic. -1 modifier. 0 modifier. Can we just do not have any negative modifiers? But maybe that's bad and everything else is gonna be like +4 charisma. What if we... No, I wanna have like negative wisdom. Can we get it? Also, wisdom gonna be negative no matter if you're 8 or 9, so you just you should just leave it on 8 and give you extra points. What does it mean to be super intelligent but not wise? You're like What do you mean by intelligence in this case? So it's just like human encyclopedia versus street smarts, I guess, something like that. I don't know. Disclosure terms. I'm sorry, that's the only RPG I ever played. Is this even true? I'm not sure. I played some. How is this called? Planescape Torment. I never finished it. We should play it on stream, I guess. Intelligence. Do we want to be super intelligent? Oh, this is maximum that we can give a person. Let's get super ducks. Oh, we can't give anymore. Oh, we don't have anymore. No strength. No, I don't want -1 in strength. I do want -1 in constitution. And might as well have -2 in constitution because it's gonna be -1 no matter what, right? Wow. Okay, well, let's go like this. Charisma 18, Wisdom 8, Intelligence 10, Constitution 8, Dexterity 16, Strength 10. Although... maybe it's gonna be even funnier, we're just gonna roll 2 out of 6 every time. No, I think it's fair. I think having 2 super maxed out... Yeah, look at the numbers. Like, +3 is way more than just -1. This is good shit. Okay, whatever. Let's just go. Recommended. No, thanks. Skills. Each of your character's skills has a number associated with this. This is the skill rank that determines how good the character is with that skill. When using a skill to perform an action, the rank is compared against the difficulty check DC number. For example, to open a lock with a DC of 15, take your skill rank is security plus wisdom modifier plus D20. Wow, this is so RPG. If the total is 15 or greater, the lock is open. This is fun. Do we want good stealth? Maybe. Stealth run again? We should do a turret run again. Threat injury, security. Computer use. Oh, we love computers. Computer use allow a character to slice computer programs using disposable logic RAMs called computer spikes. A character might disable gun turrets. We love disabling current turrets. Yes, yes. Why do I love putting turrets everywhere? Sure, let's do 2. A higher rank in the skill reduces the number of spikes required by 1 to a minimum of 1 for every 4 points total. What do you mean? Why can I only do 2? Okay, what? Can I get everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can I do everything? Hold on. Oh, okay. Huh? To some you can only do 2. And to some you can do up to 4. So you can be really... I don't really get it, to be honest. Recommend it. What do you recommend? 0 computer use? Who do you think I am? Demolitions can be used to set, recover, and disarm mines. Who cares about that? I don't want this. I want computer use. Repair, pursue. No, we want to pursue. We have so much charisma. We have 0 wisdom though. Okay, oh, we should base it off of shit. Okay, we have 0 wisdom. Therefore, we will never be aware of our surroundings. This is funny. I think it's funny and I want to go with it. We are very intelligent. So we should just get it. And we have a lot of charisma, right? So, and a lot of intelligence and very little dexterity. Yeah, we have 0 wisdom, so I don't... What the fuck? Yeah, we should max out. Yeah, this looks good. Only the main player character can select the skill zone and level up. Pursue option appear in dialogue and whatever. Let's just go for it. Or we're gonna to be pursuing everybody. Everybody gotta be at our feet. Feats. Some feats allow you to use special items like heavy armor or implants. I don't want that. Other feats modify saving throws and skill checks during the game, and some feats power attack. I used you have been granted the following treats. Okay. Dueling. Oh, what? Oh, sure. I don't know what it means. Name. Shardia Lana. Who the fuck is Lana? Zero Sora. Green Jerry. Mara Kraken. Mara Kraken. Sounds good. Hold up. Oh. Somebody alt-tabbed. You know what that means. Never alt-tab. Okay. I don't know. Another random name? True Drawl. Sarah Skycrawl. Why is they all Brielle Dell? What are those names? Breen Dana, that was a good name. Gwenna's Kral, Katra Kasra. Lana. Let's just call herself Nero, whatever. Oh. It's frozen. It doesn't respond to what's on the screen again. Man, when will this end? How? What am I supposed to do for it to work immediately? Okay. Do not move your mouse. It still doesn't work. Come on. I mean, I can move my mouse, but I can This is a disaster. This is bad. Also, half an hour into the stream, we're still not in gameplay. We watched the cutscene though. Please. Please. Nope. I hate you. Nero. 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 Yep. Nero. Nero. Nero sword. She misspelled word sword. Sword. Please let me have my game. Alt-tab. Alt-tab back. Oh. It should be good now. It's not on the screen anymore. It should be good now. It's not good. It's what? No, it is good. Okay. Nero. 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 No, if I just leave it as Nero, it's the name of like a sidekick. That's a comic relief character. We can have that. Nero. Oh jeez. How do you spell Odyssey? Oh jeez. Like this? Nero Odyssey. Right? Hold on, let me spell check Odyssey. Yes. Why does it sound like that? My god, hey viewers! Hey viewers, we can afford having new bots in our stream. Well. Oh shit. I cannot open my game anymore. It doesn't let me open my game. No. No. Please. Oh. Here we go. Okay, Nero Odyssey. Okay. Play. They all found it good, but please, OBS, come on, you can do it. Yeah, it captures the first frame of what it is, but it doesn't capture the animation or anything. Just reload it or whatever the fuck. I hate this shit. I hate this shit. How are you supposed to play this game? How? I mean, the point is not playing, the point is recording. Oh, here we go. Okay, never alt tab. Never alt tab. No matter what, do not alt tab. Fortitude +1. Reflex 5. Will +1. Play. Oh my god, it's gonna freeze again because when it plays cutscenes. Okay, we're skipping this cutscene. Please restart the fucking game. Restart the fucking game. Please, please. Please. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. We're back. It doesn't move. It doesn't move. The game doesn't move. We will make it work. I will make it work. Wait. Okay, hold up. Studio mode. Game scene. Game capture. Properties. Limit capture frame rate. Do you think this will work? Okay. Clicking back. Oh, it does work. Fuck, we can still tab again. I'm sorry.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle
We've been
and our spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Nobody knows how many times I just made the hottest woman. Nobody knows how many times I saw this opening dialogue for out of studio mode. Okay, we will freeze again. It will freeze again. I am going to freak out. Okay, what if configure, what if we put anti-cheat on? What if we put something on? I don't know. Please, please. Oh. Okay. It doesn't record it at all anymore. Come on. Here we go. Never alt tab. Never alt tab. No matter what, do not alt tab. We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Ender Spire is under attack. Hurry up. We don't have much time. Who are you? The Ender Spire?
Did you fall out of your bunk and hit your head?
Did you fall out of a coconut tree?
Is the ship we're stationed on. This ship. You probably don't even know who I am, do you? I'm Trask.
My god. My voltage thing just started working. I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna have a meltdown on stream. What is he on about?
We have to find Bastila.
I don't fucking care.
We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Who's Bastila? Bastila is their I'm just disconnected from the internet. I'm going to fucking kill myself. I'm just kidding, hee hee. I'm just kidding, hee hee hee. That's a joke, hee hee hee. Exclusive content for YouTube. Reconnecting attempt. Reconnecting attempt in 3 seconds. Reconnection successful. You piece of shit. Why are we on low FPS now? Please, just let me live. Drop frames 59%, drop frames 60%. I need to alt tab again. I'm not alt tabbing. Why? What happened? What's happening? You know what I did? I alt tabbed. What's going on with my connection now, man? Come on. What about now? I'm going to do it. I'm going to freak out. I'm going to do it. Oh, the media stayed in the place where I left it. Oh no, it started playing from the ground zero. Are you stupid? Okay, do not play it. Guys, I'm playing Kotor. Trust. It will work. Now hurry up, we have to find Bastilia. Bastilia is the captain of their ship. Who's Bastilia? Why can I say I know? Okay, whatever.
Bastil is the commanding officer
Bastila,
on
my
the
bad.
Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really.
Spire,
But she's
you
the
say?
one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an
Why?
enemy attack.
Why are we
You swore
drawing
an oath
pin
just
flame
like everyone else
frames?
on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I know all about your reputation.
I'm going to freak out. I'm so sad.
How you used to smuggle spice and blasters along the Corellian run. I guess the Republic figured since they couldn't catch you, they might as well hire you. And I'll admit, the Republic is in desperate need of someone with your kind of skills. Desperate enough to overlook your shady past. But now that you signed on for this mission, you're part of the Republic fleet. And Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Yay. Okay, yay.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay. Look at this. Journal entry audit. Yay, look at us. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. Here we go. Whoa, they're just giving me everything. It doesn't record on my stream, I'm going to fucking lose it. Oh my god, please. I am not setting up the fucking... Oh my god, please, just... What is your problem? Why are you like this? Who made this fucking game? I hate it. Just capture it. Just capture it. Just capture it. I'm gonna cry. What is the hook rate? OBS. Hook rate is the percentage of people who watch the first few seconds of your video at what? What? Game capture hook rate. What if I pray fast? Okay. Out of studio mode. Closing the Chrome. Closing this. Going back into the game. It just doesn't work. What else am I supposed to do? It just doesn't work. How am I supposed to stream this? Okay, hold up. Star Wars Kotor. Oh my god! Look! It's on Steam! Why does it look so alright? I hate it. I hate it. Okay, what if I don't think the problem is it's fine. The game works fine, but the stream doesn't capture it. Is it on like, oh my god, it's an Xbox. Do we want to try to emulate it from Xbox? Oh my god. I mean, I would never emulate anything, but is this an option? Is there Xbox emulator? Simo. I never emulated any Xbox games ever. I mean, I've never emulated anything, and I never used torrent too. Wow. Downloading. Downloading. What the hell is this game? Playable. Oh my god, you can play a Jet Set Ref Radio, whatever the fuck. Is this just portable? Wow. You can just like... Damn, what is this resolution? What is this like screen ratio? It just works. Yes. What is this game? Aoi Namida. Is this in Japanese? Is this eroge? It's Japan exclusive visual novel adventure game. Should we just play oh, there's a Star Wars game. Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith on Xbox, and it's a game. You can play it. You can play it. Wow. Perfect. Do you want to just like start playing those visual novels in Japanese? What is this game? Bistro Cupid. Is this eroge? Visual novel database. Oh, it's on Steam in Chinese. Mr. Cupid 2 is a game. You develop relationship with the girls but running you in the ship restaurant, the Cupid Bistro. Oh my god. This is awesome. What? This is in Chinese. Fuck you. Why why are they never putting games in Japanese on Steam? Do they hate us? I hate this shit. Oh, you wanna buy a visual novel? It never has Japanese. That's like the only reason I would buy your fucking novel, to play it in Japanese. Clannad? No Japanese. I think the only visual novels that have Japanese are like Stingsgate. Helldivers is on sale, Pog. What's the... Hold up. Can we open Bistro Cupids in Steam, please? To add to my wishlist? Thank you. Does it have a little cute son? We should play that. Fuck this stupid game that doesn't work and doesn't capture. Cupid Bistro 2! Look at this girl, she sucks. Whoa, look at this game. Does it look that bad? No, it actually looks alright. Damn, we should play that. Oh my god, look at this character. She looks like, oh, she looks... Hold up. Can I show her to you somehow? She's so cute. She's such a cute character design. I wish Nero looked like that. Instead, she's fucking basic bitch, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. Look at her, she's so cute. No. We have to entertain you somehow while I'm trying to solve this problem. I'm not going anywhere. I was like, we are streaming for like 6 hours today because I just keep skipping streams. Like, I ate a lot of beef noodles. I can afford this. I can afford to stream like for 8 hours, to be honest. No, I can't lie. I'm actually pretty hot. It's pretty bad. And electricity turning off just gave me freaking nasty, nasty flashback to yesterday. Okay, the worst case scenario, if I'm just gonna spend like 2 hours and nothing will happen and I could not make the game work, we're gonna play the farm game that I'm playing, Fields of Mystria. You see, if you click on canon, there is no... Oh, there is Japanese in canon. What the fuck? Did I gaslit myself? Guys, buy canon. It has Japanese interface in it. Unless they're lying. Am I stupid? Why didn't I play this game before? Like... Look at it. Look how big the text on the screen is. This is perfect for my shitty Japanese skills. What about Clannad? Clannad doesn't have Japanese. Yeah. Ooh. I love Clannad, she said. I actually saw very little of the anime, and that's all my all my interactions with Clannad. Okay, some of those novels, yeah. So some of these novels by the Clannad developer or publisher, Visual Arts. This is definitely publisher, but developer is K, right? Some of these novels by this developer, by this publisher, my fucking bad. They have Japanese. Like Stella of the End has Japanese, just like in Steam. What about Air? Ooh, this looks so good. This looks so good. I mean, it does look bad, but like, it looks so good. If you don't think it looks good, you have to, I don't know. You know how weebs pretend to be elitist because they like this? You like have to have very specific sense of beautiful to find this appealing, right? And it is appealing. I found it very appealing. Not in like not in like horny sense, but like this is a good art of it. This is a beautiful representation of its era. And this game also has Japanese. Okay, so all their games also have Japanese? All their game remasters? Is this an eroge? Adventure casual simulation, visual novel, dating sim, sexual contact. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Hijiri, I should have been the one to get those. Girl, what are you looking at? She's hitting that... That's... Whoa, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, this does look bad. This does look bad. What are we doing? Oh yeah, trying to figure out the kotor stuff. Never ask a woman which websites she goes to. But never ask a woman. Anyway, what are we doing? Wait. What? There's kotor on Switch? My god. I already have. I totally don't have, and I never have a Switch emulator installed. But if I have, that would be awfully freaking convenient. Am I right, folks? Closing this shit. We're gonna really connect, I guess? Or maybe not? I don't know. It's 8 gigabytes? Please. Please. How they make it work on the fucking Switch, but not on... Okay, it works on the PC, it works on the PC, but... Hold up. Switch. Oh, there's also kotor for Switch. kotor 2 for Switch. Copy. Paste. Come on, just show me some some Xbox version. No? Oh. Well, we're stuck. Okay, it's 0.9%. Do you want to check with my farm? Well, the shit going on, I don't even want to play it. I don't even like that game. I'm just obsessed with it because I have a brain damage from the heat. Whoa. So inconspicuous. You know how you sometimes can see a screen cup from a rocket that's gonna have a girl dressed, but she dressed in a way that makes you feel like, yeah, she shouldn't be dressed in that scene. I just saw it. Hold up. Do you think she should be dressed? This does not look like she... Whatever. I don't know, let her be. Let her be. Do 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 do. Do you wanna watch K-pop music videos? Nope. We don't want that. Why are they just allowed to do that? Also, I'm not saying... I don't like when people say we are in a stagnation or we are in a recession or anything like that, but can we really not make anything new and exciting anymore while we're using geisha stuff out of all things? Like, what are we doing? The society is in shambles. Can we watch trailers? Are we gonna do a react content now? While we're waiting?
Come on in.
What is it? Hold up. Window capture, right? Oops. Window titles must match. I don't really care. Here we go. Hold up. Wow. Yep, it's me. I'm Nero.
Come on in.
I haven't fuck off. Everything is fucked. Everything is fucked. Uh-oh, hold up. Here we go.
Are you sure your parents aren't home?
I'm sure.
Big night planned.
Who are you?
Why don't you have a seat right there?
The guy they just give him roles. He's just working non-stop. What is he
Chris
doing?
Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens online. You see how this looks, right?
I don't really like your show, but America loves it. So I need to move you to Catch a Predator, 9 p.m. prime time.
Gonna be bigger than Lost.
My name is Dan Plum.
Do you know what you're auditioning for?
So you are playing a 13-year-old?
Is there time for a rehearsal?
We're gonna shoot the rehearsal.
Come in.
They're gonna love this.
Predator has never earned the recognition it deserves.
want something that matters. No more bottom feeders. I want a whale.
I saw this GIF on Twitter.
Bleed him? Maybe what I do is...
Why is it filmed like that? It's pretty fun. It's kind of too intense. This fall, Jesus Christ.
We're going to him. We don't do that. They come to us.
I don't understand what I'm doing here.
I have no idea what's going on.
It's more than acting. You're cleansing the world of an ancient evil.
Let's catch us a predator. Who gave you permission to do this?
You have no plan.
I have to put him on top.
What is going on? What?
I don't want to be a bad person. Your definition of bad and my definition of bad are vastly different. What would have happened if I wasn't here?
Okay. What the fuck was that? It was too much. What? Also, why is Robert Pattinson is in every single thing ever? What? What happened? So it's about a guy who makes shows about To Catch a Predator, which I thought in the beginning was like a parody. Okay, hold up, we can bring it back. I can roll just chatting stream. Fuck you. So this looked like a parody, but then it get really intense and the stakes became higher and higher, and then there's like a full pack of cops just going for some guy. And this guy is a actor, but why? But he's gonna get arrested for being a pedophile, even though he actually wasn't. What is happening in this movie? This is extremely confusing trailer. I mean, maybe that's good that it's so confusing, so you're like, oh well, what the hell is going on? I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it. It feels too intense, and I don't like intense things. Why is he like, oh, your definition of evil and mine are two different things? What do you mean? How is this connected to this guy? Ooh. Huh? What about this lady? She feels like she has a story, but she's not even in the picture. But even though she is in every other, like, frame.
Cleansing.
Whatever. I don't know. I just wanted to watch the trailer. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Any more movie trailers? No? The time to catch a predator killed a real guy. Why people talking about Robert Pattinson in the comment exclusively? Let's talk about the movie, don't talk about the actor. What is this about? Question. What's this fucking plot is about? Can I get like a little Wikipedia synopsis of this? Oh, this is a documentary. Oh, wait. Prime Time is an upcoming American biographical psychological crime thriller film directed by Lance Oppenheim in his narrative feature film debut. The film is based on 2007 Esquire article Tonight on Dateline This Man Will Die. It follows the production of reality television series To Catch a Predator. Oh, this is real. Okay, I do not have my hand on the pulse of American culture, I'm sorry, which features host Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen is real? Christopher Hansen. Oh, this is just a guy. Okay. He died? Okay. Oopsie. Confronting child sexual predators who would arrive at the string house and typically get arrested as a result, Robert Pattinson stars as Hansen and also serves as a producer. Okay, cool. Thank you for mentioning it. Merit play supporting roles. What is this about? What is this about? What's the movie is about? I guess the article, should we read the article? I am not a robot. Are you? Why robots exclusively ask me about if I'm a robot? Ooh, drinking water feels so good. Hold up. Hmm. Tonight on a Dateline, this man will die. NBC's To Catch a Predator arrives in Murphy, Texas to conduct a string operation. The only honest thing that followed was gunshot. The story originally ran in September 2007 issue of Esquire. You can read every story published, blah 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 blah. A cop guards the open gateway that leads from a house driveway to the side yard in case the man inside attempts to flee. At first the camera is static and the shot is simple. The cop, the getaway, vertical red fence plank, a red foreground portion of green bush. More water, hold on. After a few minutes of this, the cameraman starts playing with the composition. The screen fills almost entirety with a bush, and the view pans left from the bush to the cop, who is big and bald. I cannot read this text this small, I'm sorry. Here we go, that's better. I make it bigger for you. Or do you need it? Oops, what? My bad, hold up. Oh, what? Oh, you do not need it. Convenient. The screen fills almost entirely with a bush, blah 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 blah. Then a few pants left from the bush to the cop, who is big and bald and has three upside-down blue V sergeant stripes on his sleeves and his shirt. The cameraman zooms in past the cop to the patio area beyond to a lattice of firewood and blur of something green. The camera stills, focuses. The blur becomes a wheelbarrow, a green wheelbarrow leaning belly exposed against a red wall. While the shot of this particular wheelbarrow is superfluous to the television programming being filmed here today and will be edited out along with the most of the rest of the raw footage, there happens to be a story about the man inside the house in which the wheelbarrow plays a much more prominent role. The story begins more than 2 decades ago at a party in another house not far from this one. The man inside was there, as were many of his friends, which meant that attendees were hodgepodge of the most notable lawyers and doctors and businessmen in Texas. Anybody compiling a list of local luminaries back then might have placed the name of the man inside near the top. His high school class, of which he was president, has voted him most likely to succeed, and he had done so. At the time of the party, not much more than a decade of law school, and still in his 30s, he is already district attorney in his home country. The party host had hired a local kid named Eric Bishop to provide entertainment, and Bishop, who would eventually change his name to Jamie Foxx, has moved west. And Move West was playing an old R&B covers, bouncing them out on a borrowed piano. The man inside stood near the keyboard, watching and drinking. A couple drinks, and then who knows how many, until he was well and truly lit, until he was finally a staggering mess, until he was finally so far gone that the prospect of walking home, never mind driving, was an Everest summit attempt. And finally, the host and another friend poured their shambling young district attorney into, yes, a wheelbarrow. They delivered him to his home, legs and arms flopping out to his side like a limb of his appended turtle. The reason people remember this story and still tell it 20 years on is that it is so remarkably something uncharacteristic of the man inside. He is a man so proper, so predictable, that when he occasionally dons a colored shirt, the modest color jolts the eyes of his friends, who are unaccustomed to seeing him in anything other than solid white. Imagine how an episode of flagrant public drunkenness in his life of such man might sear itself into the memories of those who witnessed it 20 years later, and they still laugh at the thought of him being borrowed home with a brain full of booze. Henson and the rest of the production team must always remain loose-lipped. The cameraman pulls back, revealing again all the ingredients at once: the bush, the cob, the wheelbarrow, and the red fence. A few seconds of this, and then the view drifts upward to a case of tree branches against an overcast November sky. A long view from a different camera shows the same cob and the same gateway. All of the house is visible, along with a board gate driveway. Three voices are audible off camera. "We should have craft services bring it here," the first voice says, referring to the catering truck. The other voices laugh. "If he's not here," inaudible, "gonna take some heavy abuse," the second voice says. "Oh yeah," said the third voice. The third voice is exceptional. A deep and furred rumble, even on the basis of just those two syllables. Most would intuit that the owner of the voice is either a radio or a television reporter. Get a look at him and it's obvious he is the latter, standing self-confidently erect, hand on his narrow hips, a plumb line between the top of his head and his heels, posture and hair perfect. It is 3 p.m. and Chris Hansen, the host of To Catch a Predator, a recurring series on NBC's Dateline television news program, arrived here at 8:30 this morning, having gotten hardly any sleep the night before. He never gets much sleep in his shoots, although aspects of his show are tightly choreographed. Hansen and the rest of his production team must always remain loose-limbed, ready to adapt changing circumstances and unpredictable hours. The show's protagonists, after all, are recruited on the fly, and everything depends on them. They drive the plot. The Hansen never knows exactly where the plot is gonna take him. Before the unexpected series of events that began yesterday afternoon, for example, Hansen had no intentions of being here, outside this house, waiting for SWAT team an overcast, sunny afternoon. A crime scene photo of Bill Conrad's den, taken shortly after his death, his laptop beside the far armchair still on. This monitored through the window to make sure Conrad didn't erase the hard drive and later seized it as an evidence. Jesus Christ. Yesterday at around 1 p.m., a young actor named Dan Schrock leaned back against the folding table and held a tubular, bendable microphone close to his lips. Headphone pinpointed his... I cannot read, I'm sorry, I'm out of practice. Also unrelated. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, here we go. It says it just needs 2 hours to download. That's very interesting. Wowie interesting. Well, let's read the fucking article. I don't know. We are here. We are streaming. I don't know what we are doing, but we will make it work, okay? Yesterday at around 1 p.m., a young actor named Dan Schrock leaning headphones pin what? Pinayont? No way, that's a word. His blonde Prince Valiant hairdo over his ears, a coffee cup, a can of Diet Dr. Pepper, and a packet of Pepto-Bismol sat on the table, as did the Motorola mentioned cell phone. The cell phone was plugged into a recording device. Before placing the phone in its cradle, Schrock had pinched in the number of a man he knew as Will, and now he was listening to, why are they making movies based on articles? Anyway, and now he was listening to the ringing in the headphones. Shrek had assumed so many different identities during the last few weeks that he had to actually pause a few moments before in order to quiz themselves on some of the vital stats of his newest alias to make sure he didn't screw anything up. My name, Luke, age 13. Family, parents divorced, dad neglectful, stepdad no good. Current location, in an empty home of neighbors who are paying me to walk their dogs or they're visiting an elderly relative. Where's the dog? In reality, the home he was in, not empty at all, far from it. At the moment, oh, that other person was playing a young... Oh my god, that's fucked up. Far from it, at the moment, it contained almost 24 people. There were cameramen and technicians and producer from Dateline. There were people from a group called Perverted Justice. There was Chris Hansen. There was security. A former New York Police Department lieutenant, and an off-duty police detective from a nearby city. And there were only people actually within the house, just outside, hidden in a moving van. There were at least half dozen more people, local city cops, so-called takedowns, and the so-called takedown team, all armed and ready to spring at the moment's notice. A couple of months ago, when Shrek showed up in an audition of the NBC studios in Burbank, California. No AI viewers! No AI! Do not see... Fuck. Do you not see this? No AI. Oh, nothing's real. Nobody's real anymore. A couple months ago, when Shrek showed up at an edition of the NBC studios in Burbank, California, he didn't actually know what he was getting himself into. He has been in Los Angeles a few years, a 21-year-old who's naturally rosy cheeks and Google's smile make him appear much younger. The biggest gig on his resume was Toys R Us commercial, and like many struggling actors, Shrek tried to squeeze in so many auditions that he didn't have time to properly research the role he was reading for. So, though he had known that he auditioned for Dateline, he thought Dateline was just looking to fill one of those dramatic reenactments that other programs like America's Most Wanted sometimes use. He never seen Dateline's To Catch a Predator series, and he didn't have any idea how it would... Okay, having this underage-looking anime girl in the background, it's not a good look. At least hide her behind the screen. Gee, thanks. We saved a few serious and didn't have any idea how it worked. A producer at this audition brought him up to speed. The typical episode works something like this. Dateline leases a house in a small town somewhere in America and hires for sound and radio and video members of Perverted Justice, a group to which Dateline pays, really, a consulting fee, posing online chat rooms as underage teen living in that small town. If an adult man starts hitting on one of those fake kids, the Perverted Justice decoys save the transcripts of his chants. Eventually, the man is invited over to the Wired House for this word? I don't know what it means. When he arrives, Chris Hansen confronts him with a printout of Perverted Justice's transcripts and attempts to interview him. As soon as he leaves the house, local cops, the takedown team, arrest him and charge him with online solicitation of a minor. Not to be like that, but there was no minors. Right? There was no minors. I'm not saying this person should walk free, but I mean, if they're affiliated with cops, it probably should count, right? I don't. No, I'm just curious about how exactly, like. I'm not questioning if they should do it or not. I'm just questioning what type of, like, how they would word it in the court, like online solicitation of minors. That's it. I mean, attempts should be punishable, 100%. And it's good because there's no real crime going on, right? But I don't know. Sure. If they're affiliated with cops, it probably should work, right? Like, uh-oh, do not show the photos of people, man. Each episode focuses on a decoy house in a single city, and documents are catching of 6 or 7 men. Shark's role in all of this, Bill Conrad and his sister Patricia. The guy who's died, I guess? In the portrait of the two as children. Shark's role in all of this would be a real-life incarnation of a fake boys that perverted justice creates, and actors would be hired to portray the fake girls. His picture would be used in online profiles. He would conduct any telephone or webcam conversation, and when the man showed up at the house, that's crazy that before they've been doing all of this, but now they just have to go on Discord, am I right? Sorry, that's not funny, that's fucked up. We're not making fun of the issue. We are saying that minors should be safe on minors shouldn't be on Discord, to be honest. Not letting your kids on Discord is a good thing, 100%. He'd be here to greet him at the door and invite them inside, usually getting a few moments of screen time before Chris Hansen makes his appearance. A few hours after he left the Bank auction, NBC offered him a gig, $5,000 per shoot, with each shot lasting 3 or 4 days. By this time, standing there with his headphones on, waiting for the man he knew as Will to pick up his phone, Shark had already wrapped 2 episodes and was 1 day away from finishing his third. That would be the last, since the first had just arrived, effectively blowing his cover. Oh, though he liked the money, he wasn't going to miss much about working to catch a predator, obviously. He wasn't experienced in improv, and he'd come to realize that improv was his job amounted to. Before making this phone call, he had to read the alternatively mundane and smutty transcripts of all the chat sessions conducted between the perverted justice decoy and Will over the last 2 weeks. The transcripts gave him the parameters of the character he was playing and of his character's relationship with Will. Ooh, I don't wanna. Yuck. I don't wanna read this. Within the board parameters laid down in chat, however, the actor was given conversational freedom. His only mandate now was to entice Will to come visit him in the real world at his new house about half an hour drive north. Oops, hold up. Oh, it's became 1 hour 22 minutes. We just have to do it for 1 hour. It's fine. We can do it. The half an hour drive north of downtown Dallas in Murphy, Texas, in a house that NBC had leased and booty-trapped for television. The actor's favorite roles. This doesn't load, cool. The actor's favorite roles had been in musicals. He preferred productions like that, where every line and verse in that step was preordained before the curtain rose, and he knew going in whether the show was a comedy or a tragedy. Deadline Chris Hansen consulting with multiple police chief. Okay, I don't want to see it. Hello. I don't want to read this. This is weird. This is so weird and so yucky. Until the last time, everything about the beginning of their conversation, both his words and its premise, was false. The name of the man inside was not Will. He was not 19. He lived alone without a roommate, and he'd stopped being a college student more than 3 decades ago. But there is a reason to believe that the man inside was telling the truth about watching a football game. He was probably referring to Texas Tech's noontime route of Baylor University, which Fox Sports Net was broadcasting at the time of the phone call. He graduated from law school in Texas Tech and usually pulled for the team, though with nothing like passion he displayed for the Longhorns of University of Texas. undergraduate alma mater. He's been a Longhorn fan forever. One of the precious gifts of his childhood has been a ticket to the 1964 Cotton Bowl. Football, blah blah blah. Before the kickoff of Saturday game, the man inside has gone out for a little while. He's dropped some of his white shirts off to the cleaners. He'd stopped for groceries, and he bought a Texas two-step lottery ticket. Then he had come home, where he'd probably turned on his RCA and turned in FSN shortly before his phone rang. Water, sorry. As then, Sharak leaned against the folding table and talked on his phone. A number of Priority Justice employees sat at the nearby desks working on the computer. At some point, after Shrug hang up, some of these people ran the screen name, an email address, and phone number of a man known as Will through the variety of internet search engines. They made certain discoveries among Will's real name and occupation. A cameraman recorded the scene shortly thereafter, where one of the Priority Justice employees informed Chris Hansen. He told Chris Hansen that the man they thought was 19 was actually 56. His name was Bill Conrad, and he was not a college student, but rather an assistant district attorney of the neighboring county, the county's chief felony prosecutor. That's so fucked up. He'd never exposed a prosecutor before. In the 2 years since the first episode To Catch a Predator aired, Chris Hansen has exposed men from a variety of professions: a doctor, a handful of soldiers, a couple of cops, teachers, a rabbi, a minister, but he'd never exposed a prosecutor before. It's so fucked up. The Priority Justice employee rubbed his hands together, clapping them, obviously energized by the news he was imparting. Chris Hansen, usual on-camera listening expression, lips tight, eyes slightly narrowed, just a hint of furrow to his brow, did not change. Bill Conrad was a good prosecutor. All of the judges and lawyers who knew him best, even the ones who served at the opposite side aisle of him, the men and the women who defended their clients against him, say he was very good at his job. He had near photographic memory for the law, they say, and this made him either a formidable opponent or a valuable ally, depending on where you stood. So Conrad no doubt knew the statute 33.021 in the Texas Penal Code description of a crime. Online sophistication. Oh, they're gonna tell me the law? Online sophistication of a minor states that an adult offense? States that an adult offense when he communicates in a sexually explicit manner with a minor and defines minor as anyone who represents himself or herself. Okay. See? Now they included it, and I 100% understand it. Anyone who represents himself or herself as being under the age of 17. Okay. 100%. I'm on top of, I got bored with the law. I understand how it works. Thank you for doing this. This is good. And yet, here are some of the things Bill Conrad wrote during the 2-week-long online relationship he had with 13-year-old Luke. Bill Conrad, a good prosecutor, this is so bad. It brings me to physical pain. Why? Bill Conrad, a good prosecutor who used to standing matters of facts and statutes and circumstances, it's hard not to wonder what he would have made of his own case. Did you leave yet? No. You didn't leave yet? No. Are you gonna come or not? Then Shrug drenched the last line with all the petulance and neediness he could muster. So the final syllable stretched like taffy and writing. Do not write! Stop putting writing in your articles. Just tell me what happened. The desperation sounded genuine. It's about 3 p.m. on Saturday, and it was their third conversation in as many hours. Shrug had likely concluded their first conversation was an invitation to come visit him here at the Decoy house, and Bill Conrad had accepted. He'd accepted. Man, what are you doing? This is so painful. He'd accepted, and he never showed up. By this point, everyone in the house, including Shrug, knew Conrad's real identity, and by point, the same question was in everyone's mind. Was he gonna come or not? Yes, I shall. Well, when are you gonna come over? Well, a little later. A little later? Yeah, is it alright? Yeah, I guess. The arrest made yesterday at the decoy house. Like the arrest made the day before and the day before that were all filmed. The footage played out in real time on monitors in one of the rooms on the first floor. Jimmy Patterson, an on-duty detective from NBC, was paying $35 an hour to protect its employees in case one of the suspects got violent, had watched the first few arrests on these monitors. When he had stopped watching, he knew if he keeps watching he would have to say something to somebody about all the stupid mistake the Murphy Police Department takedown team was making. What do you mean? Detective Patterson had worked for the suburban Dallas Metro Area Police Department for the last 22 years and spent the last 12 hours of those years on CVAT. I don't know what it means. Knew his tactics, knew his weapons, and he knew that Murphy was just a small town with a population of 10,000, and so you couldn't expect all the cops in Murphy to be well trained as he was. Look how generous. They didn't have any resources, but still, how hard was it to avoid a crossfire situation? Because that's what he saw on those little grayscale monitors every time an arrest was made, crossfire situations. The cops on the takedown team would rush the suspect and surround him, guns leveled, and Detective Patterson winced when he saw it because he knew that if those officers ever had to actually fire their weapon, well, they'd be just as likely to kill one another as the suspect. Meow. Really? They didn't know that? Sometimes you get a view right down the barrel of a Murphy scope gun, a perspective straight out of Doom, courtesy of that Dateline buttonhole camera, and it's the same shot he'd get a view of another cop's back. Not to mention that the whole intensity level of those arrests was the way the takedown team would holler at the suspect, the way they'd throw him to the ground, the whole idea of even having their weapon drawn in the first place. All of it struck Detective Patterson as ridiculous. It does look ridiculous, but that's what cops usually do. Just the other day, he's been in a supermarket parking lot where he noticed someone who fit the description of a suspect in a bank robbery he'd been working. He called the sergeant, told him to send over the boys, and his colleagues got here. You know how many guns they drawn, how much shouting was done? None. The officers walked up, introduced themselves, asked the guy to show some ID, and that was that. Sure, they had their holsters unsnapped, one hand near, but they didn't need to take it to the next level. You hardly ever have to. Not in the real world. All these businesses, the guns, the trucking, the shouting, struck Detective Patterson as pure and simple TV. It might look good on camera, but if you let any camera influence how you do your takedowns, you're got a problem. Okay? All this stuff was in Detective Jimmy Patterson's mind when he heard people on the second floor start drawing around the name Bill Conrad. He asked them to spell the surname. Sure enough, it was a T. He knew a Bill Conrad. He worked with him. Bill Conrad was the chief felony prosecutor on the county that included the part of Detective Patterson City. Bill Conrad had prosecuted people that Detective Patterson had arrested. Couldn't be the same Bill Conrad. Conrad. Nah. Well, it's loading, okay? Early Saturday evening, Detective Patterson asked to listen to the tapes of a telephone conversation. The voice was familiar, but he couldn't be sure. Does he have a son? Sons often sounds like fathers. Anyway, a voice wasn't enough. Something like this, somebody like this, you gotta be extra careful. You're taking about law enforcement, taking down law enforcement. You gotta take extra precautions. But the way things were gone these last few days, what with the overzealous made-for-TV cops outside and real TV people inside, Detective Patterson wasn't all sure that the necessary precautions would be taken. As the evening wore on, Detective Patterson learned that Bill Conrad had stopped responding to Dan Sharp phone calls. He also stopped responding to the AOL instant messages that the perverted justice Chai Decoy was sending. The IMS was tending to read like semi-literate poems of longing and anxiety. At a little after 9 p.m., Detective Patterson overheard Lynn Keller, the head producer to Catch a Predator, discussing Bill Conrad with another Dateline employee, trying to come up with different strategies they might employ to lure him to Murphy. Detective Patterson was the only law enforcement officer inside the decoy house, and at this moment, standing here listening to a couple of civilians devising ways to lure an assistant district attorney, he is beginning to feel very uncomfortable. Feel that this is very interesting story. I'm sorry, I'm really into it. He felt like the levels to this is crazy. He felt as if he was being made partly to something he was not at all sure he wanted to be involved in. Finally, he approached Keller, told her that an officer with the Rowlett Police Department, he felt obligated to call his boss, the chief of the police, and gave him a heads up regarding the whole matter brewing with Bill Conrad. Lynn Keller stopped him cold. "You're working for Dateline now," she said. Oof. The day or two prior to the beginning of the string operation, NBC technicians had installed a high-tech video projection system in the roof of Murphy Police Department headquarters. Along with the projector, NBC installed all the equipment necessary to stream multiple live videos and audio feeds from the decoy house a mile or so away. The room was normally the police department's training classroom and was usually referred to as such, but after the arrival of Dateline's impressive array of electronics, some officers began referring to as NORAD or the War Room. Ugh. Thumbs up. Just around midnight on Saturday, the War Room has still been busy, and it had been a long day. The whole Dateline crew was planning to pack up and fly out tomorrow evening, yet though the operation was nearing its conclusion, new men continued to arrive at the decoy house. Many of the Murphy detectives, whose jobs it would be to interrogate this man once they've been hauled to the station, stopped by to watch Chris Hansen interview them first, getting a real-time preview of the next episode of To Catch a Predator. Chief of Police Billy Merrick was here too, as well as one of the chief's lieutenants, a woman named Adana Barber. Chief Merrick has held his current job for about a year and a half. He's never been chief of anything else, but has been in law enforcement for more or less his entire adult life. He was now 48 years old, a naturally burly man, drifting towards middle-age pouch. When he applied for a job here in the Murphy, the department ran a pretty comprehensive background check on him. Most of the officers Merrick had previously worked with in various departments around North Texas all said pretty much the same thing. He was a good officer, but not a great leader. Then when he began getting into supervisory position, he changed. One of his former coworkers says, "A bull in the china closet who blusters around," is how another puts it. He probably shouldn't be in supervision, but is a great officer. The background report started, but shortly after Merrick, they talking about cops, so I don't know what that's about, I'm sorry. But shortly after Merrick started working as a cop in Murphy, the sitting chief and city manager department and the new city manager who was hiring powers to the police department promoted Merrick to chief. On July 22nd, 2006, this is too much information. An officer named Kevin Carter approached Chief Merrick and told him that the group called Priority Justice is often the Murphy Police Department its services. 2 days later, Priority Justice demonstrated what it could do, feeding the department information regarding the East Texas ophthalmologist who'd been chatting with the Priority Justice decoy. The doctor of Priority Justice informed the police had set up Lyle's son? I don't know what this word means. Hold up. Don't look at Anime Woman. It doesn't look good. The optics are bad.
Liaison.
What?
Liaison.
Liaison? Communication and cooperation with facilities, a close working relationship between people or organizations. Liaison.
Liaison.
Thank you. Okay, we're back. Liaison. At the Murphy convenience store, Chief Merrick dispatched officers to the store, and sure enough, there was a doctor waiting patiently in the front seat of Ford Expedition with a brand new teddy bear. After the cops arrested the doctor, they seized his vehicle, which became de facto city property. Okay. Sure, Chief Merrick, who would eventually use that Ford Expedition as his ride-around vehicle, was hooked. Okay. When Private Justice broached the subject of doing something more ambitious in Murphy to catch a predator sting operation with Dateline, he didn't hesitate. Soon after, in early fall, he called a full department meeting, got all his officers together, and told them that To Catch a Predator has come to town. Yay. Oh yeah, they have to have like a lot of people that they would, like a lot of policemen that they would interact with, right? Because they're in every other city. Okay. Not everyone in the department was sold an idea. One of the chief's detectives and a man named Sam Loof stood up during the initial meeting and told the chief that this sting operation was going to generate a lot of cases, but the department wouldn't have the means to work them. What does it mean? Detective Love said it was hard enough for the Murphy PD to handle all the homegrown cases here in Murphy without luring in who knows how many perverts from out of town. I need to take a break and walk around a bit, but maybe in a little bit. In the Collin County District Attorney Office, which encompassed Murphy, wasn't on board either. A few weeks ago, Private Justice was spoke to Collin County, notifying officials of the upcoming sting and requiring logistical and planning support. John Roach, the district attorney, was very surprised that a civilian group, not the Murphy Police Department, was the first to inform him of this sting. Roach directed Chris Milner, the head of a special crimes unit, there's too many names, to respond and sent it back to both Private Justice and Chief Merrick. The DA's office, the letter read, will have no part in planning and execution of a sting operation. We must take pains not to implicitly authorize or direct non-law enforcement entities to act as their agents during law enforcement operations. The Collin County District Attorney's Office is the law enforcement business, no show business. Roach worried that the involvement of a Dateline and the Private Justice might badly compromise the sting operation, and he hoped that his letter might serve as a wake-up call to Chief Merrick, giving the chief an out. But all this naysaying aside, Chief Merrick, standing here in the wire room late on Sunday, seemed to think the operation a resounding success. As he has told several officers, he hoped Dateline would put Murphy on the map. He was in a joking mood. Whenever a suspect pulled up a partially nice automobile, he would lean over to Lieutenant Adana Barber, a petite woman with short cropped hair, and said something like, "That was mine." Not a crime, but super cringe and weird. Okay, buddy. At around 12:30 a.m., according to Detective Sam Love, who is also in the war room, Lieutenant Barber's cell phone rang. The conversation, recalls Love, was brief and mostly one-sided, and afterwards Barber relayed the message to the chief. Chris Hansen wants the police to get an arrest warrant and search warrant for Bill Conrad. Okay, so he didn't come to the Deco house, and they were like, we have enough evidence to incriminate him. Okay, which they do. Like, what would it matter if they do or don't, right? That, like, it's already happened. The law has been broken by the definition that they showed up. Okay, 100%. He and the rest of the Dateline crew have decided that since Conrad is no longer responding to IMS or answering his telephone, he's probably not going to come to the DK house in Murphy. But he was drinking, right? This is the night when he was drinking, I see. Since he won't come to them, they decided to go to him. Conrad lives in a small town called Terrell, another hour drive south east of Murphy. Handsome place to go to Conrad's house the next day. They're hoping Conrad might have been some sort of Sunday routine, might go over coffee or something. If he does, the Dateline crew will follow, and Chris Hansen will attempt to interview him. In the parlance of television news, they will ambush him. Then, if the Murphy police get warrants, Bill Conrad will be arrested and carried away on the camera. Basically, the producers want the interview and the arrest of Bill Conrad to follow the standard To Catch a Predator formula, despite Conrad's evident unwillingness to visit the Decoy house. And they want the warrants ready by morning. Aren't they a little silly? Maybe not. I don't know. What would they expect it to happen? I mean, sure, whatever. I don't know. Approximately 50 minutes after Lieutenant Barber relayed the message, at about 1:20 a.m., in a quieter room, the police department, Chief Merrick approached Detective Walter Gator Ways. More names! He told him we're about to net a big fish. A woman from Perverted Justice accompanied the chief, and she handed Gator a sheaf of papers that contained printouts of some internet chat logs and a freshly burned compact disc that contained recordings of some telephone conversation. The chief ordered the detective to review the materials and prepare a search warrant and arrest warrant for Bill Conrad. They can just do it? They told Gator they needed the warrant by morning. They can't just do it? I thought you have to, like, go through I mean, I'm not familiar with American bullshit, with American justice system, but warrants should go through a judge or some sort of person like that? Maybe they do? Maybe they just can do them overnight? I don't know. Gator stayed at his computer screen, wrestling with the assignment. He had qualms about this sting operation from the beginning, same issues that Detective Love had with it. Too many arrests, too much paperwork for a small department to handle, but he figured that in the end, if it succeeded in taking some bad guys off the street, they would have done some good. Okay, not bad, not a bad line of thought. Cops doing their work, 40% of the article? He had been in and out of interrogation room for the past 26 hours straight, no sleep, talking with these suspects, and some of them, well, he sure wouldn't want them anywhere near his teenage son. Oh, what? There are more people? There were more operations this day? What are those suspects? There were more people caught and they're all going to the same place? I'm not following, I'm sorry. And the suspect had, after all, come to a decoy house that showed intent and willingness to take the whole mess of the internet and into the real world. Okay, this thing was built... Oh, maybe To Catch a Predator features multiple people in the same episode? Yet again, if I were familiar with the original, maybe it would have been easier, but I don't see myself actually giving a fuck about stuff like that. I don't know. Feels weird. I guess... I don't know. Feels very... What's the word? True crimey, and I really hate true crime. I mean, what we're reading right now is true crime also, so... Hypocrisy much? It's to get what the movie's gonna be about, okay? And some of them, well, he sure wouldn't want them anywhere near his teenage son, and the suspect had, after all, come to a decoy house that showed intent, a willingness to take their whole mess of the internet into the real world. This thing was Bill Conrad, though. It bothered Gator. Hold up. I thought of something. Hold up. The anime woman just, like, jump scare. Do-do-do-do. Oops. It doesn't work. We hate you. We hate you. Wrong window. Come on. Here we go. A little graphic design. Ooh. Uh-oh. Don't look at this. I've been googling the video games. Come on. Do not look at this. Oops. Now you can look at it. This thing was Bill Conrad though, it bothered Gator. When the chief told Gator about Bill Conrad, the first thing Gator thought was, we can't do this alone. This guy, he never came to the decoy house, and this guy, he was a chief felony prosecutor. He told the chief maybe they should call in rangers. He told the chief he'd also like to call Chris Milner, the guy in charge of special crimes in the Collin County District Attorney's Office, and get his advice. Don't worry about Chris Milner, the chief told Gator, just worry about getting the arrest warrant and the search warrant together tonight. Okay, they do. Okay, so Gator sat down at the computer and he read the transcripts and he listened to the telephone conversation, and then he started putting what he read and heard into the form of affidavit for arrested warrant. He wrote, he continued writing, he stared at the screen, he stared at the keyboard, he closed his eyes for a second, he woke with a start. God damn it, he's fallen asleep at his computer just before dawn, pages to go, when in a hurry he was trying to push everything to the back of his mind. The bad feeling was gnawing at him, creating a bigger and bigger pit in his stomach. I don't like creative writing in the articles like that. Come on, man. Why do they need to get this guy so fast right now? This is real events. Why are you making him like that? Wow, we just selected the paragraph. When Dateline airs the episode documenting the string operation a few months later, Chris Hansen, the rating, will offer one explanation. For some reason, Hansel explained, Conrad abruptly stopped chatting, and prior to Jesse discovered he deleted his MySpace page. Similarly, in a blog posting on the To Catch a Predator website, Hansel will write, we'll never know why Conrad abruptly ended his conversation with a decoy and why he apparently started to delete materials from a MySpace account, but in the eyes of law enforcement, he'd already committed a crime. That's true. That's accurate. That night, Murphy police began the process of obtaining an arrest warrant and a search warrant for Conrad, and in interviews after this sting has ended. Xavier von Erck, the head of Operative Justice, will offer a similar account to both New York Times and Bill O'Reilly, an account summed up on the Operative Justice's own website. We began to notice that information was disappearing, and we advised the police on this day of this, and when we advise the police of this, they choose to act. Comma? This is comma. Or a symbol, like a minus, whatever it's called, I forgot, I'm sorry. The implication was the police to get Conrad as soon as possible, since he was working post-haste to cover his track and deleting information from MySpace account. I mean, sure. When asked this summer if Operative Justice has saved any versions of the page that was mentioned during the broadcast, when Eric responded, his MySpace is still up. It was very blank then, and it's still very blank. And then Eric will provide a web link. The page will indeed still be up, and it will show that nobody had access or deleted information from it since August 2006, 3 months prior to the sting operation. Oof. Yikes. When Eric will not respond to follow-up emails for 11 days. At which point he will write back that the MySpace you will link to is just another of the profiles of his that we found afterwards. Neither he nor NBC nor the Murphy Police Department will provide any other evidence regarding Bill Conrad alleged vanishing MySpace page. He did commit the crime. In the eyes of law enforcement, he'd already committed the crime. Right? Unless the story we heard before is a complete fabrication, he did already committed a crime. But I guess here they're showing that the broadcasting thing was trying to escalate it for no good reason at all, I guess. I mean, well, they wanted to just make it into a show, and that was a good idea because the person ended up dying even though it couldn't have happened. Okay, in any case, Gator has never told about my space page, nor has been given any other information that made the rush of these warrants explicable to him. He began to suspect that Murphy PD was trying to accommodate Dateline schedule. If they're not gonna call in agencies, Gator thought, at least send the evidence to a grand jury referral. Yeah, jury. A confident inquest, get them to look at the facts, decide if warrants are warranted. Gator knew there was one easy way he could slow this down. He could leave. He could walk out of the back door of the police department, drive home to his family, and sleep for a whole day. He could quit. He thought about it. But that's not what he did. At a little before 11 a.m., Gator finished writing the arrest warrant. A local municipal judge, it goes through the judge, Katie Harden, came to headquarters and signed it. Chief Merrick told Gator to start in on the second warrant, the search warrant, immediately, and to radio him as soon as he's gotten it signed. Ooh, paramedic evacuating Bail Conrad after he was shot himself. He was shot himself?! At a point-blank range. Ooh. Deserved for being a pedophile, but still. When the cops arrives at Bill Conrad's door on Saturday afternoon, a dog starts barking somewhere inside the house. Short, sharp explosions of nervous energy, unmistakably a small dog. Bill Conrad had shared his homes with a mini schnauzer named Lucas for the last several years. Before that, he shared it with another mini schnauzer, Bismarck. Ashes sit in an urn of a mantle in the den. His sister Patricia used to tease him about those ashes, and his reluctance to part with them told him to just bury Bismarck already. And then he lost her own dog. She didn't tease him about the ashes anymore after that. A sergeant from the Terrell Police Department knocked on the door. The Terrell sergeant is here because early this afternoon, Lieutenant Barber called the chief of the Terrell PD, Todd Miller, more names, and asked for the department's assistance in making the arrest. Chief Miller complied. Alice was a Terrell sergeant. A Terrell patrol officer and Murphy detective Shaw Robertson are also at the door. Chief Merrick and Lieutenant Barber about 30 feet away, hiding behind the trees. Another man, a cameraman, is hiding behind a different tree, much closer to the door, evidently trying hard to stay out of the footage being recorded by the other NBC cameraman, perhaps for aesthetic reason, perhaps because it's generally illegal for news cameras to be on private property without permission. Dateline's cast and crew outnumbered the 5 cops here by a factor of 2. Hold on, how long is this article? 50%. Fuck. What did I just read? I opened and read an article about To Catch a Predator, and I'm reading about Jamie Foxx and cops talking about craft services and okay. True, but I don't know, something about like fictionalizing real events like that. It just doesn't sit right with me. Although I don't think there could be 100% unbiased piece of writing, right? Even a non-fiction writing, still. Dateline cast and crew outnumbered the 5 cops here by a factor of 2. One of the camera captures the sergeant as he presses the door buzzer that has not worked in years. The Murphy detective has drawn his gun and holds it in both his hands, angling it down so it aims at the spot a foot or 2 in front of his feet. The sergeant knocks again on the door, which does not lead into the house, but rather into large open courtyard. He tries the doorknob. He presses the useless door buzzer. He waits. Eventually, the cameraman stops filming. The video picks up again a few minutes later. Chief Merrick and the Terrell Sergeant are talking, facing the camera as much as each other. Sometimes the camera zooms out a little in the back of Chris Hansen head, enters the frame. About 20 minutes ago at 2:20 p.m., Gator finally nestled in news of a completion of the search warrant straight from the living room of the district judge who's just given in his signature. Okay, so he went to the judge to take the signature. That's good. I was just curious about that. It's just interesting to learn how the process works, I guess. Hansen and his crew got here hours before the police did, but they never got their hope for chance to ambush Bill Conrad. During the Dateline crew's long and lonely stakeout, they didn't see much of note, though they themselves were seen and noted by many. Numerous residents phoned in suspicious persons report. During the 5 hours of the Dateline's 3 crowded vehicles were in the area, sometimes parked in front of the neighborhood watch sign. Actually, Hansen and his crew did notice one thing. They saw the Sunday edition of the Dallas Morning News sitting just outside Bill Conrad's door, and then the next time they looked, they didn't see it, which is what the chief is talking to the sergeant about. And I just clarified, Chief Merrick said, we didn't actually see him come out, but when they got here on surveillance, the paper was here, and when they looked up again, the paper was gone. But no one's left the residence. Chief Merrick repeats the question to someone off camera. Yeah, he hasn't seen anyone leave the residence. Okay. In view of that, and the dogs barking, it's evident that if there is someone's here, they know we out here. My chief says he's more comfortable calling the DAC team out and make an entry. Make a forced entry, said the sergeant. If it has to be like that, that's what he wants to do. Many will eventually question the decision to call this SWAT. Ed Walton, at the time, was sitting district attorney of Kaufman County, which encompasses Terrell, will label the Terrell Police Department the most incompetent bunch of buffoons you've ever seen. Every police department, by the way, and wonder whether the decision had something to do with an embarrassing and locally well-publicized incident that took place just weeks earlier, in which the Terrell police were forced to drop charges against the prime suspect in the murder case because of what Walton calls a bollocks investigation, calling out the SWAT team for what they knew was going to be a nationally broadcast police operation was, in the opinion of Walton, their greatest white hope. To try to come in and show they really weren't a bunch of lummoxes. When asked about the matter later, Terrell Chief Todd Miller will answer, the Conrad case was not, this is the most engaging stream ever. Shut up! Nothing is working! I haven't streamed for like weeks. I haven't streamed for 2 days, actually. Which is 5 days, right? So, be happy there is something. We will make Kotor work today, I swear. We will not end the stream until Kotor is played. Will not end the stream until Kotor is working. How the fuck did they put Knights of the Old Republic on Switch? What? There's like an hour. We just have to waste an hour on stream and it's gonna work. And see, we're really engaging article. Isn't this exciting? When asked about the matter later, Terrell Chief Todd Miller will answer, the contract case was not the Terrell Police Service case, it was Murphy Police Department case, and refused further comment. Mike Miner, oh my god, more names, an attorney who had worked in Kaufman County for 30 years and was a friend of Bill Conrad's, called the decision to set the SWAT team the stupidest and most unnecessary thing that I have ever heard of in law enforcement. If they really wanted to do the right thing, they would have waited until Bill came out. Or they could have gone to the courthouse where he worked and arrested him. He was not like John Guy. That was all for sensationalism. That's true. That's true. That's probably true. That sounds like true from the article. But this afternoon on Bill Conrad's lawn, nobody questioned the decision. Though one man takes pains to take clear and the decision doesn't come from him, Chief Merrick Place his fingers wide, hold the gun out sternum high, and tilt it slightly upwards, palm down. Universal sign for abduction of responsibility. This is Yellow's call on this one, he says. A few feet away from a chief, man wearing blue jeans and an tucked olive green button-down shirt, a brim-forward baseball cap, and a pair of big dark sunglasses say something. No one here knows the man with the conspicuously incognito look as Frag. Though Frag is not his real name, all the members of Priority Justice have fake names. Okay, for example, the person who spends the last 2 weeks conducting an on-again, off-again chat room relationship with Bill Conrad called himself J Alternative, though his real name is Craig Brainer. Ostensibly, the members of Priority Justice adopt these fake names so that the men they trap do not seek them out in real world, but the cartoony, superhero-like aspect of most of their aliases perhaps also says something about the way members of Priority Justice perceive themselves. Okay, nice one, nice value judgment. Online, J Alternative is a faceless crusader patrolling the dark side of the internet. Who doesn't? Who doesn't do that? Offline, Greg Brainer is a middle-aged man who lives in Medford, Michigan, and spends upwards of 40 hours a week sitting at a computer pretending to be a sexually available boy. I don't know, the framing of this is strange. Sometimes the fake names become real. A few years ago, yeah, okay. When Eric, formerly computer tech support worker, launched pervertedjustice.com after witnessing how commonplace it was for adults to hit on children in the Portland, Oregon chat rooms he frequented. The website was a short sort of online equivalent of the medieval punishment, the stocks. When Eric and other volunteers was posed as a minor in chat rooms and then post and widely distribute the names, photographs, and other personal information. Sorry, my cheek is itchy. Sorry. And widely distribute the names, photographs, and other personal information of men that sexually solicited them. They do it now too. Not they specifically, but people do be doing that. And was no law enforcement aspect to Priority Justice's early work, just a public shaming. That's also how it works right now. Wow. As Priority Justice grew, its attached increasing media attention in 2004 came in Dietz, a television reporter and NBC affiliate in Detroit, ran a piece on Priority Justice. Dietz was a friend of Chris Hansen's. Isn't there another guy whose name is Chris Hansen, who saw the report and was inspired? Dateline ran its first story of Priority Justice in September of 2004. In the first report, Dateline documented how Priority Justice decoy lured men to the house, and when Chris Hansen interviewed these men once they arrived. But although the first episode drew high ratings, viewers complained that Dateline was not actually doing anything about the problem it was documenting. That's true. I feel like I heard this commentary before, but not about this specific thing. But I think there's a wave of a similar kind of like YouTube produced To Catch a Predator type shows, right? That only use it as like sensationalism, but they not influence the world. They don't do anything with the problem. That's true, but on the other hand, what is the solution to the problem that you can like, this is at least something. Although they did kill a man, I don't know. Sure. Sorry. It is very tricky. Like, did he deserve to be killed? He didn't do anything, although he deserved to be arrested 100%, but killed? Not yet, at least. There are people who did much worse, and they still weren't killed. And assailed local law enforcement for not arresting the man Dateline exposed. So starting with this episode 3, the arrest of a suspect became an essential and always present ingredient in the show's formula. It serves the climax of every vignette. That's how you spell vignette. The show's title, after all, is not to catch and release a predator, so true. Hence, NBC News maintain the law enforcement and Dateline simply conduct parallel investigations that never influence each other, and that Pursuit to Justice creates an impenetrable wall between two entities. But by this afternoon, in front of Bill Conrad's house, whether wall may have once divided Dateline and the police has essentially collapsed. You know we got the number, Frog says to the cop standing to Bill Conrad's law. He points at Lynn Keller, the Dateline producer. If somebody wants to call in and try to talk him out. Okay, well, that's bad. Neither the chief nor the sergeant nor any of the other officers on the scene have previously considered contacting Bill Conrad by phone. They nod approvingly at the idea. The sergeant fills the open cell phone. Chris Hansen shuffles through the pile of papers, finds what he's looking for, 4, then slowly dictates 10 digits. The sergeant punches them in and settles the phone to his ear. Might make an easy way to resolve it, says the chief. 54 seconds later, the sergeant hands up. He doesn't leave the message. Months from now, when Dateline has finished editing their raw footage, SWAT's arrival will be dramatic. The image on television screens will suddenly divide in 3, 24 style. Question mark? And the sub-screens will host a confusing but pretentious jumble of squad cars and body armor. I wonder how the framing of the original show will influence the movie. Today, in real time, SWAT's arrival is a dull truckle. The team leader, Ken McKenna, arrests first, stroll around the house, chooses a point of entry, a glass sliding door in the rear. The Murphy detective, Snow Robinson, has posted himself at the door. Through it, the detective can see turned on laptop screen glowing in the dark and empty room, and he's informed Chief Merrick that he plans to burst in windows where... Can we just get... Eventually SWAT is finally here and ready. A camera tracks them left to right as they march into slow formation across the front yard towards the door and a gateway that leads to the side yard. Their heads swivel in synchrony with their pace, eyes always on the house. The foreground of the shot, a campaign sign rises on 2 wire stalks from Bill Conrad's law, white letters on a red background. Howard Tigret is running in the upcoming election for district judge. Mm. 4 years ago, during the last election cycle, Conrad ran into the same position. In fact, a bunch of old campaign signs, dustily faired, sit in a pile in a closed garage that the SWAT team is now marching past. At the time of that election, Conrad has been a district attorney of Kaufman County 5 times in a row, 22 years of service in all. Becoming district judge seemed like the next logical steps. Such a horrible situation from both sides. Why is this guy doing this? So when the sitting district judge announced his retirement, Bill Conrad announced he was quitting his district attorney post in order to pursue the position. He campaigned hard, dividing his dead old pickup truck around the county, attending barbecues and fish fries. And fish fries? And then for the first time in his political career, he lost. Maybe he lost for macro reason, because he was a Democrat and his opponent was a Republican. And 2002 was a year in which Republican beef swept through Texas. Scoring away not just Bill Conrad, but hundreds of other Democrats. Maybe he lost for micro reasons. Micro? Okay. Because the pastor at the God Shepherd Episcopal Church, a church Bill Conrad has attended faithfully his entire life, a church he served as cross-bearing acolyte when he was a boy, had unexpectedly decided to support his opponent. Okay, maybe he lost because he was an unmarried middle-aged man in a rural county in Japan, and people talk. Whatever the reason, the loss devastated him. He didn't work at all for about a year. Then he went into a private practice and slogged efficiently, but without passion, through his duties of a small-town defense lawyer. His card wasn't it. He hardly ever bothered to collect his bills. In the aftermath of what about to happen today, some of the Bill Conrad's friends, trying to reconcile the exceedingly proper man they knew with the sordid and improper content of his chat transcripts, will re-examine their own memories, looking for signs. Some of them will dwell on the period following the last election. They will make oblique, tentative attempts to formulate some sort of explanation. Perhaps he lost more than an election. Perhaps the man they knew as the epitome of restraint somehow lost during those hard days control of himself. Although trying to make sense of what humans do, sometimes it is senseless. Because 4 years ago, Bill Conrad fell. Yeah, but then he got up and moved on. The proof looked no farther than a campaign sign of his front lawn. Howard Tigrat, the man whose name resides here, is the same man who beat him in the last election. Okay, I don't get it. What does it mean? What is the sign on his front lawn? Of his opponent? He's like supporting. I don't understand this. Bill Conrad is no longer wearing the ill-fitting suit of a defense lawyer. He's again a prosecutor, and while he's only an assistant district attorney rather than the top guy, he has told some people that he prefers it this way, preferred focusing on the cases rather than managing an office. Just 2 days ago, on Friday afternoon, his best friend, Mary Gail Ramsey, a woman he's known forever, a fellow lawyer who helped him more water. A fellow lawyer who helped him through the rough times following that last election, ran into him in a hallway in the Rockwell County District Attorney's office, and they laughed and joked and talked shop like they always did. And when they parted, he said that what he always said, ask her if there was anything he could do for her, and she told him no, and he smiled, and then he walked away. She never would have guessed. SWAT files, should I say it CVIT? I'm not gonna. Files brought the getaway into the side yard. Many of the Bill Conrad's neighbors, none of whom knew him well, have been gathering on their own front lawns watching. He's always been friendly enough, but he's a hell of a private guy, even though he's got no private life at all. As far as I can tell, this is the first time both of them can remember anyone besides the postman actually setting foot on his property. The last SWAT officer threw closes the gate behind him. Okay, this is written in a weird way. Is this me problem? I think that's a very ugly sentence. Like, it's a bit rough on the edges, and it does have a lot of information that shouldn't be here, but all in all, having an article that kind of pushes his point of view is not the most horrible thing. At least it became very obvious when... It became very obvious. I'm so hot. It's just so bad right now. It's okay. We have to take a break, and I have to open the windows, or else I'll die. Because it makes it so obvious where it's how to say it? Where it's like passion lies and what the author thinks of everything. It's kind of easier to not make up your own opinion, but to be like, oh, they think that, and we don't know if it's actually true or not. So it's like easier to be skeptical about it, right? I did say I don't like it, but Jesus Christ, the kid screamed. How? We are like 60% in, maybe 70. Gator slumps in front seat of a Sanford expedition they seized from the doctor back in July. I guess his signed warrant through his very hands had riddled it with errors, including the wrong city, county, and date. A woman named Sandra Murphy, animal control officer, is at the wheel. Sandra is driving because Gator's too tired, might fall asleep behind the wheel, something he's known to do. Jesus Christ. When they're pulling into Terrell, got her radios, lets them know he's almost at the scene. Nobody responds for a minute, then his next still crackles to life. A tactical situation has developed, hears someone say, and then it goes dead, and nobody responds when he asks for the clarification. The pit in his stomach grows. Jesus Christ. Hold up. Can I see? Yeah, here is 70%. Oh my god. Let's take like 5-minute break or something. I just walk around a bit and I open the windows so some air would get inside. And I don't know, let's hope to get Kotor working in the next 2 hours. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working. Don't you see? Whatever. Fuck you. What are we doing? BRB? No audio. We're like raw dogging it. That's crazy. Okay. Thumbs up. Wow, it's quiet. It sure is fucking quiet. It says it only needs like half an hour to finish downloading. Also, wait a second. Oops. I got scared. What? Does this have an audio? No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm ready. I'm ready for everything. What is this image? Oh, it's the Bastianima girl. Okay. Anyway. Back to it. Well, I want to finish it now, right? I want to finish the article. Text. The Nimbus to the SWAT members. Oh, hold up. Fuck. Hold on. Half closing the window so it would be quiet, but some air will go in still. It's actually really good. It's really nice outside, but because what's the word? I'm stuck in this closed room. Let's hope nobody will kill me. That would be like crazy shit. His father, a small-town physician who eventually became the medical director of the Texas division. What? The Nimbus to SWAT members scale. The nimblest of SWAT members scale the low chain link fence that encloses about 4th or 2-acre backyard, then turn and help someone of the bigger cops ever before a quick reformation under trees. Will Conrad's father planted these trees: a maple, a cedar, a pear, a loblolly pine. Wow. His father, a small-town physician who eventually became a medical director of the Texas division of Blue Cross Blue Shield, built this house, moved in with his wife, his young son, his young daughter. His children grew up here, and evidently his wife died here. And then in 2000, he died here. Oh, his father. And his daughter and his son decided to keep the house. And his son, who's never married and lived alone with his mini schnauzer, sold his own house and moved here, back home, with Bismarck, who would run outside his half-acre plot of fenced-in old cotton field. The SWAT slow march resumes for a few more the pacing is horrible. Few more paces delivers them past the coiled hose, past the lawn chair, past the grill, to a glass sliding door that leads into the house. One of the officers holds a black metal battering ram the size of a parking meter and is about to swing it. The leader of the team stops him, pulls out a device called a Hallinger bar and uses it to level the door until the lock bursts under the pressure and the door slides open. Dang. The SWAT team pushes through a floor-length curtain covered with a print of ducks and geese and ruffles and enters the dim room. A screen of Sony VAIO laptop provides a scant illumination. The laptop sits in the far corner of the room on an upside-down old-fashioned leather trash can next to an easy chair. I suggest in flashing flare. This is a den. 4 easy chairs, a couch, a wood-painted televisor set. Recessed bookshelves contain very old copies of National Geographic and gourmet magazines, a dozen of medical texts that belong to Bill Conrad's father, the 2 old sepia phone portraits of Bill Conrad's parents taken where they were children, hanging old frames on the wall. Among the few things is a dusty-feeling room definitely belonging to Bill Conrad, and not simply leftover belongings of his parents is a tidy stack of books sitting in on the end of a table by the sofa. Yeah, showing like pictures, the childhood pictures of a person who is sophisticated by texting minors is kind of like, I get it, he was killed unjustly, but this is a bit too sympathetic. Atop the stack, a recently published book-length account of the pivotal 1969 showdown between University of Yahoo cares. A green and white checkered wool blanket over somebody left this chair in a hurry, SWAT swoops the den, then files into the next room, a dining area just into the kitchen. A crime scene photo of Bill Conrad's .380 Browning handgun. Daryl police. Search warrant. The kitchen is visible from here, wide open, with a cooking island of the middle where Bill Conrad's mother used to prepare the receipt. No, I cannot say it. Receipt she gleaned from gourmet magazine. Conrad is a good cook himself, though the cupboard aren't as well stocked as they once were. How do you know this? How do you know this? The team turns right, enters a large living room with a floor-to-ceiling window that would, if shades were not drawn, look out into the backyard. The living room offers 2 paths, either cut through the room to the door in the rear or head left down a long hallway. Sergeant Hanks from terrace spot shouts an order, "First 4, follow me," and heads for the door rear of the living room. The remaining man was an officer named Todd Willie. Fronting them, turn left and head down the hallway. One side of the hallway is glass. Beyond the glass is a concrete walkway, borders a rectangle of glass in the house interior courtyard. On the far side of the small lawn, to the right of American flag, the door to the floor yard, the one with the busted doorbell, remains closed. On the other side of the door, all the cameras and neighbors and the cops wondering what's going on here. Inside, large plants in earthen pots line the hallway, growing so close together in the foliage brushes at an arm length at Todd whatever. Up ahead, at the end of the hallway, an open door. Bill Conrad steps into the view. Today he's wearing one of his collared shirts. Black slacks, the collared shirt, the same shock of the thick, fried white hair. What? Why? Every time you select something, it shows it in a thingy on top. Why? In the URL. That's weird. Does it with everything? Star Wars? No, it only does it with this website. That's so weird. Anyway. He'd stayed out on the beach so long that he come home with a serious carnage in the tops of his feet. What? His skin was ruddy, the trace of a burn from district attorney conference he had attended down in the South Padre Island. And months ago, he stayed out on the beach so long that he'd come home with serious carnage on tops of his feet. The wall behind him bears a flamed illustration from the book about Australian wildlife, a trio of shaped in... Stop! Stop! I understand what you're doing. Stop doing that. Although it could be a good script for a movie, I can definitely see it being like all of this being used as a visual imagery instead of, yeah. Conrad loves Australia. He travels there wherever he can, as often as once a year. Pure vacation time, never on business. A friend who once accompanied him on his trips thinks Australia appeals to Bill Conrad so much because it's about the farthest he can get away from his hometown. His love for the country has left its mark on his home and also on his language. Australian idioms kept in his speech and okay. He was a person, we get it, but he was also a pedophile. Come on, you can't be like super sympathetic to him like that. He doesn't deserve it. Learning his chat room dialogues with Luke, for example, he sometimes both good on you and over. Okay, thank you for bringing it back, I guess. And usually terminology for a native Texan. Really? No worries is like... Really? Good on you and no worries is Australian dialect? That's fun. A few other decorative touches that Bit Conrad added to his house consist of a framed historical memorabilia. If you look slightly to his right, the wall beside the doorway that leads to the plant-lined hallway. Umineko is less wordy as that. Come on. You'll see a poster-sized collection yeah. Bill Connor's looking straight ahead. All he sees is Officer Todd Willie and his men behind him. From the account that Todd Willie will write approximately 2.5 hours from now, he stepped back into the dark room. His hands came up. I could see something shining. All the officers will eventually write down their best recollections of what Bill Conrad says now, and their memories are pretty consistent. If the testimony of at least one of those officers is perfectly accurate, then Bill Conrad says one of the following things. I am not gonna hurt anybody. I'm not going to hurt anyone. Guys, I'm not going to hurt anyone. I'm not going to hurt nobody, guys. And of course, this means his last words, whatever their exact phrasing, are a lie. Although the microphones outside of Bill Conrad's house have no trouble picking up a mini schnauzer barks, Wow. Sorry, Twitch notifications. This is what I'm doing except for watching you playing video games. This sucks. There's 16 minutes left. We need to do it for 16 minutes, and then I have to install it and see if it's gonna work. And if it's not gonna work, then we're gonna play fucking Fields of Mystria. I'm telling you, this stream today gonna be at least. Oops. I forgot. I forgot you can see my every move. My bad. The streams will be at least 16 hours long. At least 16 hours long. How long is it now? I can look at it on my phone. I wanted to look at it at my thing, but I don't want to show you any of my stuff, okay? That's secret. That's private. Ew, I don't want to see... I don't want to see anything, okay? Hold up. I'm streaming. I cannot click on my own account while I'm streaming. Come on. No. Okay, I don't want to watch her stream. I don't care about her stream. Freak this lady. Yep. Close this shit. So... This is 2 hours, and then there's... like 40 more minutes? Okay, I see. So we started at half that. So we are going to go. So it's now. We're going to go at least for 3 more hours, I think, right? At least we're gonna try. We're gonna make Kotor work. We're gonna make Kotor work, trust me. I'm Nero. You have to believe my word, okay? Although we will finish this article. This is 100% police did not handle the situation well. But do not show this guy's child pictures. This is... like... I understand you're trying. You're really against the police. Me too. I'm an ally. But like... this is not the person who deserved it. IMO. Especially... especially that it gotten so much worse with the same issue. I just don't have the sympathy that the author of this article is trying to, you know, sip on us. I don't know. The cops inside radioed to cops outside. Oh, fuck. Although the microphone, yeah, it didn't pick up anything. Lon records Bill Conrad Browning 380 handgun, which he places muzzle first in his own temple and discharges. It is bad. The cops inside radio to the cops outside. Like, just go to prison. How bad could it possibly? I mean, this guy was an attorney, and now he's like, I'd rather shoot myself than go to prison. Like, what he did is bad, but what's the optics here? The cops inside radio to the cops outside. Lieutenant Barber Anderson sees Bull Conrad lying face up with a part of the side of his head missing. The SWAT officer is trying to pull Conrad's leg on a large pod to keep the blood flowing onwards his wider organs. Although, because it got so much worse, some people will say maybe it's good that he just killed himself. Or some people may say, oh, he killed himself instead of actually getting punished for his actions. Instead of actually, doing the work of bettering yourself. I don't know. This is a very complex issue. I don't think this article goes there. Maybe the movie will? I doubt it. The way it was framed. After nothing that the scene is secure, Lieutenant Barber goes back to the front yard to tell Chris Hansen what she's seen. He shot himself, she tells him. That explains she's not sure exactly when he pulled the trigger, whether it was the moment he heard SWAT make an entry or later. Chris Hansen outlines the scenario he prefers to a crew member. Well, I mean, there's gonna be some controversy, Hansen says, so it's better that he did it as if they were coming in, as opposed to the noise of approaching emergency vehicles swallows the rest of his words. The camera settles on the SWAT team members standing outside the closed door of the ambulance. They load the body inside. The middle-aged man in slacks and short jacket walks haltingly into the flame. He approaches a cop, one of the Darrell's officers, who now swarms the lawn, wrapping trees with yellow tape. He's asking questions, though you can't hear what they are. The guy in the sport jacket is named Greg Schumbert. He's an assistant city attorney for Darrell. He's known Bill Conrad for decades, a friend, the first friend on the scene, and soon he'll call the other friends, mostly other lawyers, and the news will spread. And the question that Greg Schumer is asking, the initial question of what the hell is going on here, will lead to other questions. Friends will question their memories of their friend. Could he have done what the police say he did? Those transcripts, the ghastly sordidness of it all, it's so hard to imagine the man who never tells a dirty joke having such a dirty mind. Some will conclude that no, he couldn't have done it. Words will pass from friend to friend about a possible explanation, an excuse. Did you know that in the room where he worked on his laptop, on an ottoman not 2 feet from his own, he had a workbook from a conference he'd attended back in June? Did you hear what the conference was about? The title of a workbook, Investigation and Prosecution of Child Sexual Abuse. Doesn't that mean something? Doesn't that mean that he probably working when he was trying those repulsive things? He was probably working a little homegrown sting operation of his own. Ooh, and he got swept out of the larger sting operation himself. A tragedy, this whole thing, but at least Bill Conrad was innocent. He was not innocent, unless the information presented in this article is false. Then he could be innocent. Covering my bases, my bad. Of course, the excuses doesn't really make any sense. If he was trying to catch predators, he would pose as a child, not as an adult teen, but people, even smart people, invest themselves in explanation that provide them with a less painful world to live in. Meh, a world where their friends, the ones who were pressed by shirts and leave alone with the dogs, is always asked if there's anything he can do for you, didn't harbor unpleasant sexual fantasies. Most of his friends won't even bother with this sort of speculation. We'll just leave the gray areas gray. They'll try to dwell on the good things, recount his many kindnesses. This was a guy who, when the Longhorns played to the football again in 2006, has rustled up 4 tickets to one of the biggest Rose Bowls in history for his niece and her husband, her nephew and his sister, even though he couldn't go since he was in Australia. Australia is back, but he won't be able to stop wondering about his latest hours. How did he know what was coming? Did he see Datelines once, early in the morning, like so many of his neighbors did? Did he realize then, or did he not realize until the police arrived, or even until SWAT busted in? When did he know for sure? And when did he decide what he was going to do? 500 friends of Bill Conrad will attend his memorial service a few days from now, and for a little while they'll stop asking questions and just sit in receptive silence. Ooh, don't show it. What happened after a police officer arrests a suspect in Murphy, Texas, and charges him with a felony, say, online solicitation of a minor, is that the suspect is detained and a magistrate sets bail, and then eventually the police sends their evidence to the Collin County District Attorney's Office. It's up to the District Attorney's Office to decide whether to present the evidence to grant the jury for indictment, or if there is insufficient or problematic evidence, to drop the case. The woman responsible for making the initial review of evidence is Doris Berry, one of the most experienced felony prosecutors in the 108-person office. In the months following today, Doris Berry will review the case of Murphy Police Department submits to her against the 23 men they arrested outside Dateline's decoy house, and she will find a variety of problems. Some of the problems will be technical. For example, in most cases, she will find so-called venue problems. In order to pursue a case on an online solicitation of a minor charge, you got to prove that either the suspect or the victim in the case was physically present in Collin County at the time the crime was committed. The location of a decoy house is irrelevant. What's important is where the chat suspect and the chat decoy were when they were actually doing their chatting. What? This is crazy. Really? Americans' law are so insane. But in 16 of the cases that Murphy Police Department will submit to her, Doris Berry will find it impossible to prove that either the Bureau of Justice decoy or suspect was inside Collin County when the crime was allegedly committed. Oh, shit. Some of the problems will be more fundamental. She will find that all of the arrests may have been illegal. Under Texas law, there are only certain circumstances under which a police officer can make an arrest without a prior warrant. But in all of these To Catch a Predator decoy house arrests, it will come to light that not only there were no warrant, the police has gone literally no prior investigation. Yeah, that sounds right. Instead, they simply camped outside the decoy house and arrested the men who emerged after receiving a prior signal from the Dateline crew inside. The only thing Doris Berry won't quite be able to figure out is whether that means the Dateline has become an agent of a Murphy Police Department, or whether the relationship was the other way around. She'll discuss the question with her boss, John Roach, the district attorney. And Roach will eventually form the opinion that the Murphy Police Department was merely a player in the show and has no real law enforcement position. Other people are doing the work, and the police are just like potted plants to make the scenery. The thing is, Doris Berry is a prosecutor. She wants to see bad guy punished, is she? She read the transcripts, which means she knows most of these men are bad, and a lot of them are probably dangerous. And if she rejects the cases, she knows what will happen. Instead of receiving the incarceration and supervision that might prevent them from someday soliciting real kids, not fake funds, they'll receive only Dateline's national televised shaming. But law is law, and you can't just wish a bunch of mangled cases good. You guys are so fucking funny. On June 1st, 2007, 7 months after end of string operation, 3 months after Dateline airs the relevant episode To Catch a Predator, the Collin County District Attorney's Office will announce that it has decided not to pursue indictments of any of the suspects Murphy police arrested outside the decoy house. Oh my god, this is so bad. Gator arrives at the house soon after the SWAT team secures it. He enters and hastily executes the search warrant, seizing Conrad Sony VAIO and a mainstream pornographic DVD called Dream Boy, as well as a bunch of other things that sleep-deprived and shocked mind falsely thinks might have some relevance to the case, including an in-flight magazine called Red Hot and packed imported Australian Vegemite. Wow. Months later, Gator will learn that forensic analysis of the laptop has verified that Bill Conrad was the person who chatted online with Luke, but the computer's hard drive was otherwise devoid of anything illegal or indicative of sexual predation. Soon after, Gator will resign from the Murphy police and consider never returning to law enforcement. He will make ends meet working at a private security firm. He will meet with a reporter in the reporter's hotel room, recount what he did and what he didn't do, and he will start to cry and apologize for making a fool of himself. Of the people directly involved in the events leading up to the death of Bill Conrad, only a couple of others beside Gator will express anything close to regret. Then Shrek, the actor, will feel terrible, as if he's somehow responsible. He will be at the decoy house when Frog phones in with the news. A few minutes later, Dateline will announce that it's shutting down the operation right away. Shrek will be hustled to the airport early. After he boards his flight, he will mull over his feelings that the pursuit of rating was begun what happened today, and he will decide that he won't recommend auditioning for To Catch a Predator to his actor buddies. It's too real. Don't say that. Don't say that. District Judge Mark Rush, who signed the search warrant, won't necessarily feel guilt, but he'll feel anger when he learns that Dateline was present during the arrest attempts, a possibility that affidavit had not warranted him off. He'll call the Murphy police, rip into an officer here. Did it even occur to them that maybe, just maybe, an assistant DA who sees a camera crew in front and knows what he's been up on his damn computer can put two and two together, and had that camera crew not been out here, maybe he'd still be alive? But most of the people involved won't express any second thought at all. Chief Billy Merrick and Lieutenant Adana Barber will decline repeated interviews request. Xavier Von Erck, the founder of Perverted Justice, will say his only regret is that Bill Conrad died before he could face justice. Sure, you know what? This is a valid opinion to me, to have. Although, I don't know, this is a complicated situation. It is extremely complicated and it is extremely complex, and you can argue pro cops in here, although I wouldn't recommend. And you can argue pro these people, even though in the end their intentions were good. Except these specific people from this thing. Not like the TV people. The Chris Hansen, during the fall interview 8 months later, will say that though Conrad's suicide was very sad, something nobody can feel good about, he doesn't have any regrets about how things were handled in Murphy or Tarrant. He will say that To Catch a Predator concept of parallel investigations work pretty darn well, and that the police and Dateline are completely independent of each other, just like the police don't tell me how to do the interviews, we don't tell them how to do their business. Aside from saying hello in the beginning, I really don't have contact with law enforcement. Sleazy guy. But, I don't know. Probably not a good person. Should have admitted they handled it poorly. But, I don't know, that kind of feels against his character that established in my head throughout this article. He will deny that Declan's presence consulted surveillance as Chief Merrick had characterized it on the side, and denied that the cameramen were even on Conrad's property. When asked about Frag's action and Terrell, he will insist that the Frag will not out there, and then angrily suggests that the question stems from some notion that Perverted Justice was calling the shots. Nobody from Perverted Justice was out there. I was there. It is only when it described to Hansen that Frog was wearing that day in detail that he will put the phone in hold to consult his producer, Lynn Keller, who declined to be interviewed, and then come back to the line and concede he was wrong. Similarly, he will heatedly deny the Perverted Justices or NBC personnel ever encouraged the Murphy Police Department to get warrant to bill for Bill Conrad. Spokeswoman for the Dateline, Jenny Tartikoff, will decide to comment on the feature To Catch a Predator on the show's relationship with Perverted Justice, other than to say, we always evaluate our news gathering procedures before and after each broadcast. Among the final footage Dateline shoots today is a view of a care flight chopper That squad standing in Bill Conrad's backyard, ready to take him to Parkland Memorial Hospital in Dallas, where the pronouncement will be made. The shot pans from the chopper to Lieutenant Adana Barber. She's on her cell phone. Although you can hear what she's saying because of the helicopter, it's possible that she's on the phone with Jimmy Patterson, the off-duty detective NBC has hired to work security. Detective Patterson will later recall that it was about this time that he called Lieutenant Barber. He knew Lieutenant Barber because she used to work at his department in Rowlett. Detective Patterson had left the decoy house, was on his way out of the neighborhood, and was just noticed two Murphy Police Department squad cars pulling in behind him, light flashing. He was in his black Ford F-150 pickup truck. Dateline has earlier advertised the Merton Police Department takedown team that one of the suspects scheduled to come to the house that day on a black Ford F-150 pickup. Detective Patterson tells Lieutenant Barber that the Murphy police are pulling him over for some reason. Jimmy, you look like a pervert, she says, laughing. He tells Lieutenant Barber that several Murphy police officers have surrounded his truck. You guys are pointing guns at me, he tells her. You can take them, Lieutenant Barber responds, still laughing. The cops have yanked the F-150's door open and were trying to physically hound Detective Patterson out of the vehicle. Tell you people to take fucking guns out of my face, he says to Lieutenant Barber and then drops his cell phone. Eventually, a few minutes after the cops push Detective Patterson against the truck and handcuff him, the misunderstanding is resolved. But the larger questions provoked by the last days remain. Is it possible that Bill Conrad, an adult pretending to be a teenager, might have suspected correctly that Luke was also an adult pretending? Yes. Everybody knows the internet is full of false identities. Where is this going? And is there any evidence that Conrad has ever acted on the longings of the charts illuminated? On the contrary, he chose not to. When do not say that. That's, I'm not fucking who's this up to, who's this framing of this. Was it morally wrong for Bill Conrad to engage in... Of course, it was wrong. But did his action merit the response to them? No, not really. Obviously... Complicated situation. Before answering this question, a man should take a stock of the history of the desires he's never acted on, whether he should ever... whatever. Other questions may be answered in court. Patricia Conrad will say she plans to file a wrongful death lawsuit seeking $100 million against NBC. His lawyer, Bruce Barron, will explain that although this suit will not preclude suits against Puerto Justice in the cities of Murphy and Terrell, they plan to go after NBC first because when you want to knock something like this out of our society, you knock it out from the head, not to the legs. NBC is using everyone, including the police, and to act like buffers, to do what they themselves can ethnically do as journalists. And further questions may be answered in the wake of another lawsuit, one that the former To Catch a Predator producer will file in May of 2007, claiming she was wrongfully terminated after she complained about unethical level of collaboration between Dateline, local police, and Puerto Justice. After ending her cell phone call, Lieutenant Barber looks at the camera. She asks the cameraman a question, speaking loudly enough to hear about the rumble and whine of the rotors. Although the events of the last couple of days provoke a lot of questions, perhaps the one Lieutenant Barber now asks is the most pertinent. When law enforcement and television entertainment have commingled so completely and so lethally, perhaps there is really only one question left that matters to all. We having fun? She asks the question. She smiles wide, and then she relays an update. Like gave you a little while ago, something about 300-pounder nabbed back at the decoy house. A few minutes later, the tape ends, and the screen goes blank. Holy fuck, perfect timing. That's insane. Yeah, that was that, and that was that. What a crazy shit. They're gonna make a movie out of it? That's nuts. That's a good concept for a movie. Like, genuinely. Hold on, bring back the anime girl. Yeah, no judgment at the end. I'm sorry, I will not be saying anything about this. This was crazy fucking great. Right, Jesus Christ. Hold up, we need to open this. We need to... I forgot how to use this. Hold on. Options, settings, odds, this, apply. Okay, so it evidently doesn't work. Therefore, what we have to do is to unpack whatever I just downloaded, which is totally not connected to anything I want to play or anything on the screen. Where is it? I lost it. This, then I'm clicking this, then I'm clicking this, then I'm clicking select input E, load, select output E, load. Decompress. Well, it's gonna take a minute. It's 12 gigs, I think. Hopefully we have some memory. We have memory. Okay. Oh, how's it going? Did we like the article? I like the articles. There's not... Because how it sounded, it kind of sounded like it was a true crime situation, but it was about police injustice and like some weird television corruption. It was, I don't know, not good, obviously. It was fucked up. Really like the apologies in the end of the article for this guy. I don't know, I don't have that amount of sympathy for him, but because it is like largely got worse. Shit like that got so much worse. And that it's done. My god, okay. Can you update? Can you? Wait, did it work? Oh, here it is. My bad. Okay. File. Can you... Can I update it somehow? Oh. Okay. It may be too loud. And it doesn't have the resolution, but I have a feeling I can capture this. It is just 30 FPS. Oh, who's that? Yo, look at how big the font is. Okay, we're gonna play in the shaded resolution. Fuck you. The problem wouldn't be like if I restart and reload the game, which exists on Steam. Oh, what's this button does? Hold up. Guys, also we have to play it with controller. Yo, look at the background. on, let's just make a quick character. Let's name them whatever. Ooh. Let's see if the... Oh my god, it's working. The other question, will it capture it properly? Now, I have to play this on a controller? Oh, there's another video. Uh-oh. Nah, it doesn't work. Yep, it does not work. Fuck.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Okay. Options. Hey, can we close it? Stop it. Yes. We need DLC. We need to add a DLC that is this. Really? What? Okay, it doesn't work. Shit. Is it not a DLC? What is it then? We need this one. What is this thing? What is this? Is this upgrade? Is this a mod? I don't think it's a mod. Manage mods. Is this a mod? No. Huh? Yep, it doesn't work. Good job. No. I'm out of options. I'm going to kill myself. Yeah, okay, it will not work. Fuck. Well, that was a waste of time. What are we doing? I have Kotor too, but I didn't try to do anything about it. I mean, now it works, but it wouldn't be working full on. Oh, okay, let me take the anime woman off the screen. Yay. I mean, I'm not using this, fuck, what's it called? I'm not doing the display capture, fuck that. Okay, let's just go and check if Kotor 2 have the same problem. No more anime woman, come on. Said the anime woman. It's gone. Okay, now it's gone. Oh, this is gonna be loud. I'm sorry, it's gonna be loud. I'm sorry. Oh my god, shut up. Okay, I muted it. Ah, it's so loud. I cannot turn on the... Uh-oh, it feels like it's gonna have the exact same problem. Oh my god. And it also... What? Is it changes the resolution of your screen? We need to make it really quiet. like this. Okay, let's try to capture it. Studio mode, game scene, this shit. Studio mode. Fuck. My bad. My bad, Kane, my bad. I forgot to unmute. I'm sorry. It's my first day. Oh! What the fuck? This looks good. It doesn't capture it at all. Shoot! Show it! Da-da-da-dum. 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 Show it. Never do I ever want to hear another word. There isn't one I haven't heard. Here we are together with what ought to be a dream. One word from you and I scream. Please? Oh. It works. Look at the resolution. Look at the... Why is this working perfectly? Okay, we need to... What the hell? Please, just give it quick. Yo, okay, I never saw this before. Name. Okay, play. Will it capture the videos? No! I'm going to lose my mind. At least the game is working. Okay.
Primary power offline.
Look at it being captured perfectly. No frame drops, no nothing, no frame freezes. Yo, look at the game. The hell? This looks good.
Detected. Proximity alert. The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space
It's her!
after a terrible battle.
It's her!
Most of
What?
its
She's
crew
right
are
here
dead
from the
or
beginning?
dying. You lie in the medical room in critical
Oh,
condition.
sorry.
You won't survive long without medical attention.
Okay, well,
The hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Paragus mining station for much needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid.
are we gonna move
Return
it?
to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
Melly. Okay. Continue the prologue.
Press W-A
Whoa.
to move T3M4.
Holy, hot lady telling me what to do?
Caps lock.
And I'm a cute little robot?
Pre-look. Hold control to look about.
Oi! Why does this game work so well compared to the previous game? Why can't they make previous game work so well? Except for the freaking movies, just An active quest screen includes important information. Yeah, we are not playing this. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
You
Oi.
have new quests. To view your quests, open the game.
I'm just rolling.
Contains a glass steel cylinder and the communications console. To target one of these objects, move close to it, left click on it, or press Q or E.
You can use mouse to select eligible targets. While in combat, the only hostiles will be targetable. Why can I... Oh. Hello? Mushy? I'm a drone. This is not right. Look at this game running at full resolution immediately. Just being beautiful and accessible, and it has the character that are like... Yeah, I know what it is. Look at all the text being normal too. Also, it pisses me off. Can I confirm it with E? No. Only enter or escape. That's annoying. What? Okay, the bullshit is stupid. I disagree. I disagree. I can only move through These things. Through E and Q, whatever. We are not playing this. I don't care. We are making the first Kotor work. One way or another. Damn, look at this guy. So evil. So evil. At least we know it's working. I hate this game. I hate these games. Oh, okay, what if I don't want to do it. I don't want to delete all the mods that I installed to make it work properly. It just doesn't work. How do I have 4 times of playing in this game? What happened? I guess it was open since the beginning of the stream and I tested it before. We didn't. I never saw past this first room. What is going on, man? I'm out of ideas. The cabinet is out of ideas. Kotor 1 Beginner's Guide. Fuck you. Kotor cheat codes. Fixing Kotor. Common problems. Movies crash the game. Movies is only referring to the LucasArts and Blur loggers playing when you start the game. It does not disable movies within the game. So you won't miss any cutscenes of the game. Fix disable movies. Wait, we can't do that? What if we disable? Oh, it's not gonna help with the stuttering. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, we're back. Oh, I didn't even do the thing. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot. It doesn't let me in the game. It doesn't let me into the game. It doesn't let me into the game. It doesn't let me into the game. Please let me into the game. What could happen with the game? The game does not open. Oh. Oh, okay. Hold up. We need to go. What if we disable movies? What then? What then? Manage local files, config, disable movies, disable sound, resync. Okay, apply, close the shit, open it again, and never alt tab, never. Yo. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oopsie. I did a little oopsie. This doesn't work anymore. No. Please. I'm having so much fun. Wait, is this closed? It is. Can I play Kotor 2 without playing Kotor 1. I'm on Xbox and didn't see the option to buy the first game. I have the limited budget and have narrowed down my decision to Kotor 2 and Battlefront 2 Classic 2005. Awesome. I'm not a huge fan of turn-based games, but Kotor 2 appears to have enough free play that it looks interesting. I'm a bit more familiar with the Battlefront franchise, which is why I'm trying to decide between those two games. You don't have to have played Kotor 1 to understand Kotor 2, you'll miss some follow-ups and callbacks in it that you would get if you played or at least seen some of the first game. I think there's a lot of context information about the setting that will be less clear or easy to figure out if you haven't played the first game. You probably have a possible understanding of things, but playing the first game would help a lot. I look around for the first game if I can. I don't think it's strictly necessary, but I think you'll appreciate Kotor 2 a lot more if you played the first one. I'm killing myself. Okay, we are uninstalling the Kotor game and we uninstall this shit. And we are reinstalling it. Oh, close it first. Close it first. Close it first. It did not close. Okay, we're fine. And now we uninstalled it. Yippee. Uninstalling. Uninstalling. Black screen. Narrow black screen. Queen. Do you want the bullshit back? Oops. Damn, so much. This is fucked up. This does not look good. Okay, hide at least the ugly lady. Okay, the other two may stay because I like them. They're cute. Install 3 gigabytes. What? How is this 3 gigabytes to run on PC, but 11 gigabytes to run on Switch? Huh? Yeah, Switch stuff is crazy. Remember when we downloaded the whole 11 gigabytes of Kotor on Switch and it didn't work out? Remember that? At least we read that article. Now we can watch the movie or something. So how's the weather today? Do you want to hear my my recent vocal stems? I just go around saying words. Wagahai wa neko de aru. Namae wa nai. No, the person's... What the fuck? They're lying to you. The internet lies to you. Oh no, they're fine. No, they're not fine. Internet just lies to you. Never trust the internet or never trust the extension that tells you they will permanently add a customizable highlight on a page. Never trust the extension like that. Never trust it. Where is it? Wagahai wa neko deru. Namae wa mada nai. That's... I've been saying this a lot. I've been also saying male branche. You know, like male branche from... Just a good word to say. It's like one of the circles of hell in Divine Comedy. Divine Tragedy. It's comedy. Male branche. Yep, it just sounds good. It sounds good. I don't have a chest. I feel scared because nothing is working. But, you know, in the right mindset, I can make it sound good. What else? Mandalorian. Fuck Mandalorian. Fuck Darth Maul. Fuck Darth Maul. He's so worthless. Why is he so worthless? Why is he here? Silk Post? Silk Post? Team Cherry is terrible at consistent art style. Sorry, I'm not scrolling Reddit. I'm closing it. I'm closing this. I'm closing this. Cupid Bistro. 2. I'm closing this, but I added it to my favorite. Bistro Cupid. Hell yeah. Oh, we're like, I've been scrolling through the Xbox games that you can play. Wow. Beyond Good and Evil. What? What is this game? Beyond Good and Evil. Fable, Classic, Crimson Shell, Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance, ooh. Should we play that? Oops. Close this. Something installed, right? We heard that it's installed. It still didn't install. They're lying to you all the time. Wagagai wa neko. Namae wa mata nai. Okay. Time to eat shit and die. Thoughts? We didn't start the fire. It was only burning when the world was turning. The game doesn't fucking work. It's gonna take 5 hours to desynchronize the clouds. Oh my god, bring the anime girls back. Jesus Christ. Not you. Delete this lady. British politician sex. Do they really say that? Enter Matrix. So true. What is this Futurama game? Okay, there's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and on emulator page it says starts, so it wouldn't be playable. So emulating the game to play it doesn't work anywhere. That's awesome. Oh, I'm going to freak out. Oh! It just doesn't work at all anymore, Mom! What is going on? I'm sorry, I can't, like, see this fucking window. That's all it does now. Man. That's it. That's it. Okay, I'll go and delete all the mods manually because I guess they're states. Fuck you. Okay, we need to delete everything in here, right? And we need to delete this, I guess. What about config? How's config doing? Okay, close the game first. Close the game first. Stop it. Close it. Close the game. Good job. Config. Wow. Apply. Resync. Apply. Okay. How did I broke it? It didn't work. Just. I'm going to fucking kill myself. I'm going to do it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Another article. We can play Star Wars Battlefront. Do we want that? We can do it. We can emulate it on Xbox. Sonic Heroes. Everybody supersonic racing. Oh, Bistro Cupid 2 works on Xbox too. Try to get your feet right off the ground. Come on, supersonic racing. Everybody try. What? American McGee's presents Scrapland. What? That's the first time I'm hearing about this game. What? I mean, I heard about American McGee's. What the fuck? That's about sexy robots? It's remastered on Steam? For $20? The cult game that marked Mercury Steam's origin returns, a sci-fi adventure with memorable characters, powerful ships.
They build a world where humans aren't allowed.
Paste. Oh, this is a Dyson sphere. Okay. I guess. This looks like a Star Wars.
Robots rule, and death is unknown.
The place from the city from the Star Wars prequel trilogy. You know, the one where Anakin jumps from car to car.
Journalism is a risky business. Here
Risky
in Chimera,
business?
people are only interested in death bets.
So true.
Wow, what a city!
We should play this.
But now, someone has unlocked the power to destroy them all.
One monster. Holy fuck! Please, please, show it. My god. Okay, I'm bringing the anime woman back. I don't care what you want. What the fuck? This character design. She fits right in. It's so good.
Was found dead this morning. Authorities believe it to be a homicide.
A homicide. It's fully voiced though, that's cool. I never heard about this game. I never seen this before.
The Archbishop's been
What is
killed by
this
an organic
soundtrack?
being, which you call human,
It sounds like
There
something.
were traces all over the crime scene.
Seen in that field.
Confirm that the murderer is a crazy human that has infiltrated our city.
The crazy human. Grr, we need to guard him.
Right? You're not as terrible as they
Oh
say.
my god, it's like the main character from Outer Wilds. This soundtrack rocks. What? Woman when she hears a jungle. It sounds so nice.
One robot.
To end them all. What the fuck? It's so awesome game. Just trust me, bro. Look at this anime woman. It cannot be bad.
Can save them all.
Stop! Holy, she's in the game. She has us. Jesus. This is a lit soundtrack. She's like one of the main characters. American McGee's presents Scrapland. I never knew American McGee's made more games except for Doom and Alice. This is cool. Okay, can I just add it? It's expensive though. Oh my god, I'm hearing the X-Files end team. My mom is watching it, I know. Sorry. Hold up. Load it. Load the page. I don't know what are we doing. We can play Kotor 2, but I really want to play Kotor 1. What if we never play Kotor? Ever? What if... Is there a way to emulate an application on a computer? Because if we emulate it, it will capture, you know, it's the video is going to be an emulation. I am not using the display capture. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I know it will lead to Blood Rain on Xbox, Blood Rain 2. Do you want to play that? Brave Knight, Legendary, whatever the heck. CAT, some Cyber Attack Team. Before Tokyo Mew Mew was cool. Yay. It is crazy. Call of Duty. No, there's a lot of games. I wanted to say there's that Catwoman game that's based off 2005 movie or whatever the fuck. I unfortunately loved that movie when I was younger, so I cannot think of it badly, but it is the freaking nuts. Commandos. I'm just stalling. This is the stream. Just the black screen and the lady telling you what she saw on the internet. It ain't me. It ain't... Well, nothing is working. What if I uninstall Kotor again? Hold on. We can do it. We can install it however much times you want. Like, it doesn't work. It can get worse. You know what I should do? Okay. Click. We deleting the folder that it was in. It's deleted forever. We cleaning the bin. We are reinstalling this, which gonna take another fucking 10 minutes. My god. Fields of Mystery, anybody? Fields of Mystery? I will not succumb to the farming game bullshit. I will not succumb to this. This is the stream. This is the stream. Fuck you. Great game, but fundamentally busted on new machines. Once you reach the tomb, the shaders start going haywire and crashes. No. Oh. Oh, it was about Kotor. I thought it was about American McGee's game. No, it's about Kotor. The game is unplayable garbage. Attempting to start this game crashes my entire PC. Do not buy. It doesn't happen to me, but the game just doesn't work anymore. Star Wars Outlaws. Do you want to play that? Wait, what? You can play the Old Republic on Steam? I'm sorry for doing the what voice. I'm sorry. I never saw this before. I can just play it? It is 52,000. Really? It's like, wow. Oh, I can also play for the subscription in here. Wow. That's nice. I can also buy cartel coins. I can also buy 60-day game time. Wow. And the last update was in the beginning of the month. Man. I wish. 951 hours and the person doesn't recommend the game. My god. My god. My god. This is so sad. Yo, why is this frame from the game looks so different from this other frame of the game? Man, I wish I was the person who plays MMORPGs. I can definitely enjoy it, but holy fuck, I don't want to. I don't want to get into them at all. Dance Dance Revolution, Ultra Mix, and there's Hot Redhead on that game. I should stop scrolling. We're waiting for them to reinstall my Kotor files, okay? It will work. It will work. It will not work. I'm not sure. We can just start and play the second game, but I don't want to do it. Like the helpful Reddit people are like, you will not understand what it was about if you didn't play the first game. We can just like watch it. We can just watch a playthrough online and be like, yeah. Please not train generative AI on my stream. It's very valuable. There's a lot of value. This is a big prime time. Yay. Oh wait, this one is gonna be out in this at September 25th. Okay. Interesting. Remember how it started about prime time? Remember that? Oh, my neck was itchy. Everything is itchy. Ew. Stop. Voltage. Batteries are sources of voltage in many electric circuits. No thanks.
How would you use?
Shh. Oh, no internet connection. Nah, that's false. They're lying to me. Your game is ready to play. Or is it? Please do not synchronize it with Cloud. I don't like Cloud. I like Aerith and Tifa. I don't want Cloud. You wanna hear a funny joke I heard in other streamers' chat? I forgot it. Call me Madonna the way I am Materia Girl. Get it? We could have been farming, or we could have been playing Kotor too. We could have been doing that. Or we could have been playing Bistro Cupid. In Chinese. I have no entertainment for a chat. I don't even have like a... FL Cloud plugins do not say this. I don't even have like a Minesweeper on my computer. Oh, it's loading. Loading. My god! What? Fuck, we sync? That's what I'm getting at? No, false, please, please. Please, let me in. Fuck, BioWare. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Why isn't coding overloaded? That's a Kotor. That's Kotor game. No, I didn't even click somewhere else. It just doesn't work anymore. The game just doesn't work anymore. Should I test the file's integrity? It just doesn't work anymore. How is this? How did it work before but it doesn't now? Please, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. What can I say? It just doesn't open anymore. It just doesn't open. Oh, do not close my stream. Do not close my stream. File integrity. Can I do this? Desktop, local, hide, mark, private, back game files, properties, Steam Cloud. I don't need that. Updates. Installed files. View integrity of game files. Validation. Okay, validating. It validated it. Config. Vsync. Higher resolution. Apply. Scan. No. Close. Close. Play. Do not sync Cloud. Stop it. How does it load the videos, but it doesn't load anything else anymore? Okay. Oh. My god. I hate it. I hate this game. I hate it. Options. Look how ugly it is and how small, and it doesn't... Oh. My god. My god. It doesn't look so good on my screen. And it also doesn't capture it. It doesn't capture it until I'm going to freak out. Okay. See, it doesn't... I'm in the other menu, but you don't see it. You just don't see it. Screen resolution. Dang. Okay, what if we do 75 hertz? Will this work? No. It just doesn't... It's asynchronized. It doesn't capture it properly. I mean... You can't even see what I'm doing. Why? What is the problem? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm just getting more and more hours in this game that never works. It's on default settings. Like, I didn't do anything. There is nothing. There is nothing. There is nothing that could be, you know, fucking it up. Ow! I don't want to play it by myself. Like, the point of this game is that I'm not gonna play it by myself. It's because it's so tedious and annoying to read every single part of text. I would just skip it. Okay, options, sound. Yeah, for now it captures it, but then we're gonna do new game. We're gonna do, oh my god. So you're saying this font is better? Like, stream seeing the screen in normal, in how it normally should be, but my screen is stretched. We just give me a new woman, sure. Name. Wow, she's Japanese. Okay, play. Yep. See? It desyncs. Damn, that's a good still frame.
We've been ambushed by a Sith.
Yeah, I know. I'm honestly so mad. Damn, this lady has huge eyes. Just cute. Anyway. Who are you?
I'm Trask Olgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before.
Unless it's just for me that's encoding is different, and this was not a... No, I don't think that's not a problem. I think, like, it's frozen, right? And now it's just unfroze? Because if it was encoding problems, it would tell me. It would tell me. I'm going... I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't care. I don't care about Bastila, okay?
So hurry up.
Okay. Okay. Yay. Wow. How's this? What if the cursor is the problem? What if we uncapture the cursor? What then? Also hide this. What if we stop capturing the cursor? Okay. Back here. Studio mode. What?
You can move the mouse.
Is capturing the cursor was the problem the whole time? Are you...
Moving the mouse while holding down the right mouse button will rotate the camera as well.
Are you joking?
To move towards the footlocker, hold down the right mouse button and face the camera. You can left click on an object to select it. Once the footlocker is
okay. Oh, nope, it's still frozen. Okay, phew. If it was mouse button, I was ready to crash out so hard. I was ready. I'm like, I'm so frustrated right now. I'm sorry. I really wanted to just pull my hair out of my head. What? Why not? Why isn't it capturing this thing? Like, what is the problem? It works with the second game, but just shut the fuck up. And my mouse is fucking gone. I didn't alt tab from the screen. The game just stopped itself. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm gonna cry. Do you wanna go mining in Fields of Mystria? I do. Is this mosquito? La mosquito. What should I do? What if... What if I cannot do it? But what if I don't give a shit. Let's play Field of Mystery. I don't care. I don't care about stupid kotor. I don't know. I have no ideas. If you have any idea how to fix this garbage, I would be really grateful. Like, but I'm not using display capture. I mean, the problem is display capture. I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it because I know I will fuck it up. Because today I had my browser on, and even today I just click, not thinkingly, about on a different page, and you could see my different page. It could be a disaster if I had a different page open, right? I don't want it to happen. I value, I value my desktop too much. I don't give a fuck with playing Fields of Mystery. Hmm? 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 A game capture? What? It will not capture this either? You should. No? Huh? Okay, maybe that's an OBS problem then? It doesn't capture shit. No, I think it should be... It should be... What? No, but it did capture the Chrome, right? It doesn't capture this window either. Okay. I know the reason why it does it here in this specific case is because this application is run as an admin for whatever reason. How do I fix it? Why is nothing working? Why is nothing working? What if? Because if I don't want to tell you everything about me. I don't want to tell you what I'm doing. Settings. Can we... Ooh. Whole stream total disaster. Nothing is working ever. What is going on? I have nothing else to play. What do we want to play? What if I click this? Can I capture this? Can I do it? No. I cannot capture this either. I cannot capture shit. So it's my problem. It's my fault. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Do not capture this. I changed my mind. Do not capture this. I'm so frustrated and I'm so hungry. I am out of words. This is a disaster. This is a total, like, wreck. This is a train wreck, and it's not even funny train wreck. It's just sad. It's just sad that nothing is working. Do you want me to like legally stream a movie so I could go to jail? Okay, let's check if I can capture a game. Right? Game scene. The Binding of Isaac. Do not sync the fucking cloud. Do not do it. Okay. Game capture. It's not game capture. What?
Isaac and his mother lived alone in a small house on a hill. Isaac kept to himself,
Where's
drawing
window capture?
pictures and playing with his toys as his mom watched Christian broadcasts on the television. Life was
Okay, this
simple,
works.
and they were both happy. That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above.
Hell yeah.
Your
Don't-
son has
Wait.
become corrupted by...
I killed the Satan the last time I played. Anyway. Oh, what? Do you see how it's... What? What's going on? Is it just a preview that doesn't load for me? No, here we go. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my shit. What? Is it just the preview that doesn't preview for me? I don't think so. Is it because I have so many garbage on my screen? I don't think so either. Although it could be. Okay, now... Okay, it doesn't capture it. So, what? What is the problem? It says that it's in... Okay, the only way to find out is to start recording and look at the recording and see if the games are working. Video. Mute the shit. Shut up. Shut up. No, it's freezing. What? What's going on? I hate computer. Why are we streaming in 3 FPS? Should I update my OBS? If I close OBS right now, I will not be opening it again. No, well, I have to. Well, I don't give a fuck. We have to reload the stream and see if it's gonna work if I update the OBS. Well, fuck. I'm gonna spam streams again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna reload. Hold on.